Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing? How are we feeling? Welcome on, welcome all. Good to see you guys. Welcome to a delayed WardiTV Monday today. I basically just had to make the decision yesterday to, delay today's Monday Cup. So, TLDR, I just had a wedding meeting I had to, do. And the only times we really had for it were either today or on Thursday, and we'd rather do it sooner than later. We're casting on Thursday as well, so it didn't really solve the problem necessarily. So we just did it today and decided we'd push the Monday Cup back a few hours. At first I was going to do the first like 2.5 hours of the Monday Cup, and then do 2.5 hours, then jump out. God, this Harston guy, I messaged him, I hopped service, and he went in game without me. Right, we're just gonna yap for the first series of the day, guys, because I'm not ready. I just had my lunch. It's 4 p.m. I've been kind of on a busy day. Is the TLDR of it all. I've been kind of on a busy day. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you about my day because we've got some time to chat. So I woke up today and I was like, you know what, today's a really nice day because, like, you know, I'm not going to start until later in the day, so actually I don't have to. Monday's usually very busy, because Monday I usually go out and I do the shopping, you know, get some food in the house for the week, all that kind of good stuff, etc, etc. You know, thumbs up, we all like that, right? So I was like, you know what, wake up today, it's going to be a pretty chilled out Monday. So I was like, I'm going to get some stuff done. So you wake up, your Monday starts off very chilled. Me and Ellie had a bit of a play, she went out, yada yada. Came back in, did a little bit of work, but I don't even know what I did this morning. It's been so long. I did something this morning. I put some StarCraft 2 stuff together at some point or so. Because I actually have no idea what I did. Something this morning. I definitely did something. And then we walked Ellie, and then then I went shopping. Then I walked to Ellie. And I came back and I was like, right, this is really nice. It's like 11:30. I don't stream until 4. I've got a meeting thing at 2:30. And I'm like, this is a nice 2 or 3 hours just to get a couple things done. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to message a few people coming to the wedding and just, like, double check a couple things. Get the info, see if we can help them out with travel to the venue and stuff, yada yada. And then, like, I basically talked to people for, like, 2 hours, especially people who are like, oh, I didn't even think about getting a hotel yet. I'm like, what do you mean? It's in less than 3 weeks. I'm just like, I'm so organized and you don't even know how you're getting here? Like, bro, this is the craziest thing in the world to me. So I've been talking to everyone for like 2 hours and this and that and blah blah blah, and figuring out their problems and helping people out, etc etc. So yeah, it's been a busy kind of day because that was just like 3 hours of talking to people, and then we had the meeting, which actually then got delayed half an hour. So probably a good thing we delayed the Monday Cup, because actually doing it, like, if I'd stopped early, then got delayed, I would have been so annoyed. So, yes, so that's probably a good thing, realistically. So yeah, then, anyways, we had the wedding meeting at, like, an hour ago, so I've been on the phone for the last, like, 45 minutes, and then we came off, and I'm like, I haven't eaten yet today, so I had lunch, and, started seeding the bracket, and put up the YouTube stream and everything. Today was meant to be, like, what felt like it was going to be a super chilled day. Nothing happening, very chilled, sort a couple things out. I've made some progress on what I'm sorting out, but, like, god damn it. Like, it was not as easy as it felt like it should have been, It was not as easy as it felt like it should have been. Oh, so that was my day, guys. My more relaxed Monday turned into a very stressing Monday. But that's all good. We're good. We're alive. We're here. So yeah, sorry that's 4 hours late today. Especially apologies to the Koreans. I don't love making the Koreans play late. I know some people will probably prefer this time, obviously. But there's a lot of people who do not for this time either. So it kind of works both ways. You like the delay? Yeah, I mean, some people are going to like it. It's going to work out for some people. For others, it's going to be like, this really sucks. So yeah, sounds like a Monday. Yeah, it was a bit of a Monday, to be fair. Clem not playing this tournament? No, apparently he's going to be... Apparently he has to play the Rotty random event. Which apparently I'm overlapping with for a second week in a row, so I'm sorry, Roddy. We're going to host you up as soon as we're done. I'm sorry. But yeah, Clem's going to go smash everyone in the Roddy Cup for $100. Or $50, I think. For first place. Ay, ay, ay. So yeah, Clem's gonna go play the random tournament. I was gonna go into a series here, but like they started without me, and honestly, at this point, I don't really care. At this point, I don't really care. I'm happy just to stop and talk for a few moments and just take a breather. So if you're here for StarCraft, there will be StarCraft, but it's probably gonna be in like 10-15 minutes. My plan is to probably go into what's very likely going to be Hero Marine versus Hearthstone in round 2. And until then, I think I'm just gonna sit and chill because I can't be bothered to jump into a series halfway through. I think we'll just wait for Hero Marine Hearthstone. Winner of that potentially plays MaxPax in the round of 8. And we'll just work our way through this Monday Cup as per usual. Oh, so we actually did a Monday at this time last week because we did the back-to-back Monday Cup. So yeah, kind of a weird one that we have this 2 weeks in a row, but this is not a normal thing. We are going to revert back to the previous time of the Monday. Yeah, we are going to go back to the normal time. It's just for this week. Yeah, obviously Monday is just turns out getting married and doing a wedding is just like, you know, turns out doing a wedding just makes you have to do things, you know. Who knew? Whoa. Who knew? Isn't that crazy? Ain't that just crazy? Crazy business. How's everyone else feeling? How are you guys doing in the chat? How's everyone's day? How is everyone feeling? Finding themselves? Oh, I'm just kind of happy to not be doing things for the first time all day. I've been sending emails, I've been scamming people, just been doing all sorts, really. Just been doing all sorts. It has truly been kind of non-stop. Ah. Almost time for NFL? It is almost time for NFL. Hell yeah. We are. You know what it is? I know exactly when NFL starts because it's the same weekend as the wedding. I know exactly how far away it is. 17 days until the opening game, huh? Are the TwitchTracker.com numbers accurate, or is there a better site for Twitch stats? I have no idea. What are you trying to find out? I think Twitch Track is pretty good. I feel like I've heard of this website before. I think. There used to be one called like Solinome or something, but that was a while ago. I don't bother I don't bother keeping track of anything anymore, so I think when I tried to look something up recently, Twitch Tracker worked pretty well. I think, if it's the one I'm thinking of. Then, yeah, who knows? Probably can't access it in the UK anymore, you know? It's probably blocked because it's like, oh, some of the games on here are age-rated. Well, we don't know how old you are. It's like, what? No way. I'm so glad you just went to the courthouse to get married. Easy, simple, and you went out dancing that night. Yeah, definitely feeling that vibe a lot as it gets closer. I'm sure afterwards it's gonna feel very like rewarding and like this was great. That was a lot of fun, etc., etc. But as of right now, yeah. No pigs, still fun. I mean, as long as you had fun, as long as you have a good memory of it, right? That's the main, the main goal. Can't really go wrong with that. Do 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 do. So yeah, just getting a couple things sorted out still. Actually had Var91 open the stream up with the 68-month resub as well. Now it's a couple of Prime subs popping in. Mr. Toby H, 10 months. Trikiana. I just murdered your name, I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna try it again. On the 8-month resub as well, I appreciate it. Rogue Nightmare, I think Steadfast is gonna do Rogue Nightmare. I'm gonna wait for the Hero Marine Hearthstone game, guys. I'm pretty sad. I told Steadfast I actually had 2 sections of bracket I liked, one being Rogue Nightmare. I said I've got 2 sections of bracket and I like, you pick what you want to do, and I'll take the other half today, because I really was not in the brain set of like picking, so yeah. So we're just gonna wait for Hearthstone and Hero Marine to finish their first round matches and just chill a little bit instead of trying to. You know what it is, low key. Sometimes I just hate it when we're like casting over a game, which is just like, you know, the guys are gonna win. It's just like we're just casting this because we're kind of just waiting for round 2. I don't hate. It's not always bad, but like right now my brain's not there for that. If I'm casting, I'm gonna cast some proper StarCraft, you know. So we're just gonna wait a little bit for that first round match to finish up, and we'll get going. You holding me up on it next month? Utri Kane. Kane? That's so loud. Have you not thought about being Kana? Oh, is that what you mean by Putri Kana? Putri Kana. Putri Kana. I know I'm gonna say it stupidly every time, I'm sorry. Do-do-do. Putricana. Putricana. Comes from a randomized nickname back in the WoW days. It kind of works though, no? Kind of just works. It's nice. Alright. Like I said, we're just going for Hearthstone and Co to finish up. Hearthstone already finished his match. We'll wait for Gabe to finish his. Then we'll go into that round. There's actually Creator Solar Star up as well, one of that plays. I just like this section. Hearthstone Hero, fan favorites, winning potentially versus MaxPax down the line could also be cool. I think there's nothing wrong with being a bit patient. Didn't think anything of the game back then, so you didn't think about it and just stuck. That's the classic Wardy move. Actually, I don't know if I'm ever gonna use anything. Use this Twitch website for anything much. So I'm just gonna, instead of thinking about my username, I'm just gonna type I after my name until it lets me, you know, be what I want it to be. You know, a classic, is it not? A classic, is it not? How does Bigfoot tell time with a Sasquatch? How do you live with yourself telling these jokes in Twitch chat? Something like that. Oh, yeah. Alright, guys, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. We're waiting for hearing. I'm gonna run a round of ads because A, I want to make a crap ton of money off of you all today, and B, because it will just stop the ads from playing a little bit during the games, which is obviously a good thing. So we're gonna do that, okay? And then we're gonna go from there. I can't rename to like WardiSC2. But WardiSC2 is a terrible name because then you're WardiSC2. What if it become the next big freaking anything caster? Well, I can't be. I have to be limited to whatever SC2 is, you know? Maybe I could become like Wardy Supercharger. Like whatever it is, it's gonna have to be the second version of something that has the initials SC. So yeah, I know all I really do is StarCraft, but like if I rebranded my Twitch, it would have just been WardiTV. And there was a point when I was going to do it. I was going to ask for them to change it. And I told this story a couple of times. It's dead serious. I was literally, because back in the day we had like a Twitch partner manager. And every now and then they would reach out to me and be like, hey, what's up, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, you know what? Next time I ask, because you can just change your Twitch name. But like I think it's a bit more awkward if you're a partner. Because also like if you want to keep like your past history of stats and so on, they have to do some, whatever. So I was like, you know what? Next time they reach out, I'm gonna ask, and also maybe they could get me the name as well. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's just ask next time. They never reached out again. They literally just never messaged me another time. And I'd literally in my head, I'd full on decided. I was full on committed to the concept that like next time they ask me, I'm gonna tell them or ask them about changing the Twitch name. And then they never reached out, and by the time it ever came around again, I was like, man, it's too far gone. Like this was I think just about like maybe I think it was just about it was either pre-COVID or like just post-COVID, around there, maybe during COVID even. I'm not sure exactly, but like it was around that kind of period. So yeah, it was kind of a time where like it just wouldn't really make too much sense to like rebrand once the string got that much bigger again. So. Is this the new time? You thought we might not have it this week because there was 2 last week? No, today's just a one-off. I had a wedding meeting, so I had to do the phone call, and they were like, "Hey, remember we getting married?" I'm like, "Yeah, we are." And they're like, "Don't forget it. This time we'll do this, and this time we'll do that." So yeah, that was that's what I had to do, and it was just they were just like, "Hey, we can do Monday at 2:30," and I was like, they were like, "We can do Monday at 2:30 or like Thursday." I'm like, Thursday is like 4 days later. I don't want to wait 4 days. That's 4 more days in my head where things aren't sorted out. So I was like, yeah, fine, we'll do the Monday. So I didn't actually know what to do. I was gonna just jump out of the cup. In the end, I decided, you know what? Let's just run the cup and let's just join the cup late. Sorry, let's just delay the cup. Sorry, let's just delay the cup this week only. So this is actually the one-off. Last week was a double thing because we had Twitch front page. This is just a one-off because we have because of this. Next week we'll be back to the usual Monday Cup streaming time. So that will be next week for you guys. Just letting you all know. Letting you all know. Alright, WardiLWG, yeah. I'm gonna become the next little wargame caster. They've got LAN events for that now, right? Man, you know what was sick? It was the Pokemon World Championships this weekend, and the obviously it was in the Anaheim Convention Center, which, you know, funnily enough, I spent a few days of my life there for BlizzCons back in the day. I was like, man, it's so sick because they actually played the final day in the arena that's like attached to the Anaheim Convention Center. I was like, damn, this is low-key legit kind of cool, because I'm just like, I'm looking at this thing, I'm like, man, it's legit. Like, I remember us being in there and watching the StarCraft 2 you know, BlizzCon World Championship essentially, and I was like, man, it was so sick because they had this like super sick screen. It would basically like, you know, as they introduced the Zerg, or as the Zerg won the game, all the Zerg creep would overtake the entire screen and stuff. It was just freaking cool. And they did like a similar thing with Pokemon where basically they had the stage floor, and like, so when they're playing the card game, they have like this overlay that appears behind each player, so you can see like, say I'm sat here, behind me is like the Pokemon that I currently have in the active spot, and then like all my benched Pokemon are behind it as well. And it has all of their health bars and stuff, and energy attachments and attacks. It's freaking cool. Maybe I can find a picture. Pokemon TCG World Championship stage. I know I can find it because I actually know someone's Twitter I can go to if I need to. One sec. I need to maybe wait a sec. I'm sure someone's got the I thought this was really freaking cool. Hang on. I'll just show you guys on screen. It's even better. It's like, so you can see, so like, they're there. This is their Pokemon they've got in the active. And this is like their bench Pokemon. It's like their energy attachment and stuff. I'm not sure what's underneath it. I think that's their ability. And whether their ability has been used or not already. Or if it's like, if they can use their ability. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I thought it was legit kind of cool. A very cool stage. And then I think as well, this on the ground changes based on the you can play like a stadium card and it can only be one stadium in play at a time. And I think that changes based on the stadium actually that's in play. Very cool. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! When they show life points. I mean, I've never watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Like card game, like if that's what you mean. But yeah, like it was actually kind of cool. I thought it was legit. So yeah, I thought it was kind of legit. I thought it was cool. I was just like, man, it's so cool seeing this arena because like obviously I've watched like freaking I watched ByuN win a world championship there and stuff. I'm like, to me that arena's kind of got like some memories and stuff. It was cool. I thought it was cool. Austin, Hero Marine is playing a banger of an opening match apparently. I should check Hero Marine. Is Hero Marine live? Of course he is. Let's see what Hero Marine's up to. He's 1-0. Ah, he took a while to win game 1. Okay, we're waiting, guys. My bad. I've set us on a path that's longer than I expected. I didn't think we'd be waiting this long. I really thought Hero Marine's gonna get, you know, into game, bang bang, bop bop. Takes the game. He's good. But yeah. Alright, wild. Wild, wild, wild. Am I collecting any of the newer Pokemon card sets? Yeah. I buy, well, I buy way too much. I buy way too many. Well, honestly, I don't buy too many anymore because you can't buy enough anymore. Like, you know, it's not actually possible. But yeah, I actually have a bit of a stack to open right now on the floor. Yeah, there's like a little stack of them to open over there right now. I haven't opened them. The thing is, like, I don't want to open them all because I know when I open them, the ones that I do manage to get, I'm like, no. When I've opened them, they're gone. Whereas before, I'd be able to open as many until I'm like satisfied. And now I just don't have enough. But yes, I do collect, but like, I lost my love with collecting a little bit because I kind of just like opening them. Like, to me, I really like opening and having like enough to trade and stuff. I don't like being like, well, I'd rather just buy like 18 cards. I'd rather just like open and see what I get and then trade off ones I don't want and stuff. So not being able to open as many kind of sucks. But I do try and but I also, the reason I like opening them is also because I play. So it's like a really nice balance of like, even if say I open like a bunch of packs, even if I don't get something that's like super cool collection wise, at least I have a bunch of playable cards, you know? That's kind of nice. When will the games start? Well, you see, as a top tier organizer, what I've done is a brilliant mastermind play. What I've done is I've managed to achieve 35 minutes of downtime because instead of just joining the first game, they started without me. Instead of just joining game 2, I was like, you know what, we'll just wait for round 2 and chat a bit. And then they've decided that instead of just being the typical, like, 5-minute first round, like, look at this. Literally, the only matchup that's still in the first round is the one I was literally waiting for. Like, come on. You can't make this up. It's the Wardy curse. Legitimately, anytime, and I really do just mean, like, anytime that I decide to cast a matchup, there is something that makes it to get delayed. It's crazy. It's legitimately crazy. So yeah, we're waiting for Herobrine to finish versus Defi, and then we're going to go into him versus Harston, probably follow this section into the round of 8, and then just see where the rest of the bracket is at back there. So that's our current plan of action. So the games will start. I appreciate you guys are sitting here. Nothing's happening yet. I'm just yapping on, but I promise you, we have got games coming. I can't tell you it's going to be in 2 minutes or 3 minutes. It really just depends on Herobrine finishing his matchup. So yeah, but I'm really just hoping that we're good to go soon, though. We're just waiting on Herobrine finishing up, basically. Play some StarCraft. I'd love to play some StarCraft, but we don't want to be in game when the real games are ready to begin, you know. So we're just gonna have to hold. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking, Wardy. I was so excited to watch you play some SC. I know. Herobrine just came out of game, so in theory, that should be a 2-0. It is, and he is going up against Harston. So Herobrine Harston coming up in a few moments' time. Look, I played a lot of ladder in the last few weeks on stream. Now, when I say a lot, I mean like 5 games or something, but that's a lot more than we usually play on stream, okay? Like, we played a lot more than usual, so let's just, like, hold back on the let's play the game allegations a little bit here, you know? let's just hold it back a little bit. What's up, Loki Cobra 1611? Thank you so much for the 2-month resub on the Prime. I don't know why 500 people are watching, by the way. I've literally sat here yapping for like 40 minutes, and you guys are just like, you know what, this is a great idea. Let's just continue to join Wardy yapping. This is so funny to me. Ready for Herobrine Harston? Yeah, I mean, you guys clearly know I'm just yapping because I'm spicing up a real good matchup for you guys, right? Yeah, you guys have the faith in me. You guys have the trust in me. I love it. You got a Lububu? You're now in the Lububu cult with Sola? And I don't get these things. I know everyone has their own things, but these things I don't vibe with. I just don't vibe with them. I don't know what else to say. I don't even think they're necessarily bad. I just not my vibe, I suppose. Is Clem on a break recently? Clem is fuck Clem. Who wants to talk about Clem? That's the question. Clem was on vacation for a little bit, I believe, and he is back, and he was gonna play today, but then the cup wasn't earlier, and he has to play Roddy's random event tonight. So yeah, he's he's not gonna play today, but he's gonna be playing the WardiTV Summer Championship this week. In fact, I could have showed you guys the groups for this. But first of all, let me go and just double check the freaking £100 donation, because I couldn't see the message on it. But there it is, Infinity 1672 on the £100 before we even do any StarCraft. It says thanks for all the content over the years. This sets a bad precedent, you know. Usually we stream StarCraft 2 non-stop for like 6-7 hours and we get like $5. We talk non-stop for 40 minutes with no StarCraft? Bam, the 100. Yo, thank you so much, Infinity, for the super generous donation. Thank you so much for supporting the content over the years. That's a hell of a donation. Get some love in the chat, please, guys. Let's get some hypers up in here. Let's get some hype and all the rest. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I was just about to do something. No, I was talking about Clem. Oh yeah, summer championship groups. I was waiting for Clem to reply to me about his availability for the summer championship groups so that I could make said groups. So I could actually have brought that up and talked about that. But now we've actually gonna have a game coming up. Ay. I can still get this finished off though. So Clem can play any day. Right? Clem can play any day. Doesn't really matter what we do. We either go Clem here. I like this group a lot better, I think. I think I like that a lot better. Let me take a screenshot. Send that over to someone. And get it updated on Wikipedia. I can show you guys a bit later today. No, they started without me! I'm gonna murder Hearthstone. I literally have just been messaging. I messaged Hearthstone. Now, okay, I did not explicitly state, hey. Well, okay, first of all, I did ask for him to invite me to his first match of the day, and he didn't. But then I messaged him 5 minutes ago saying, wow, Gabe's really getting warmed up on his round 1. And then I tried to converse, and Hearthstone said nothing else, and then he vetoed me by mistake, and I was like, wrong chat, and then they just started without me! Bro! Like, I just thought it was very obvious I wanted to join his game. I've been sat on the European server with Hearthstone for like 30 minutes waiting. This is next year unbelievable. What the hell? I can't actually believe that. That's actually crazy. Like that is actually crazy to me. What the hell? Restream Hero Rain. We'll just wait. I want to restream people. I don't want to restream like a point of view. It's just unlucky, guys. It's my fault. I didn't. It's my fault. I didn't explicitly tell anyone to invite me. I could have been more accurate. I just thought it was obvious. I was only looking away because I was like, oh, this would have been really cool to talk about. I'll get that set up for later. And then I looked back and they're already in game. Oh yeah. You know what? Today's just a disaster day. Today's just how about we we restream Hearthstone and root for him to, okay. We hate watch Hearthstone. You know what? I like it. Oh, you know what? Hang on, I've got a better idea. Hang on. I've got a better idea. Wait. Okay. Different plan, hang on. Oh, that's even more delayed. Alright, this is my next best thing. Welcome to the multi-stream. Wow, who needs to be in the game when you can watch from both of their point of views instead? Who needs to be in game when we can just do it like this? Now, here Marine's stream is like 3 seconds faster than Hearthstone. Talk about that for some, you know, connection. Look at that efficient German engineering getting him to the Twitch servers so much sooner. So much sooner. I love it. I love it. Just need to sync them? Yeah, but Hearing doesn't stream to YouTube, right? Because I was thinking, the problem is Hearthstone's YouTube is even... Hero Marine is the stream that's ahead, and I can't make his stream go slower. Put them in theater mode? What even is that? Oh, whoa, is this how you guys watch Twitch? Oh, that's insane. Wow. Yeah, you don't want to advertise the fact you can subscribe to these guys, do we? Hero Marine does stream to YouTube? He does? Oh, epic tournament stream. I love that for us. Oh, we can totally sync this up now. .com/Hearthstone. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. First of all, we should have done battle with their thumbnails, but this will be better. What does this do? No, that's not what I wanted. No, bring that back. Is there a cool button to press here? Cinema mode? Basically exactly the same. I don't want to see the chat, you know? Alright, okay, where are we at? 455. Oh, they're synced. Their YouTubes are perfectly synced. Oh my god. We are in for some... We're 5 minutes in game and we figured it out, guys. It's taken us 5 minutes to get here, but here we are. The minimap? What about the minimap? This is the future of broadcasting. This is WardiTV Deluxe. You know, if we get enough money, at some point in time, we will implement it so you can not just watch my stream, but you can watch the first-person view of the players in a multi-stream system. They did that once back in, you guys remember the MLG Arena tournaments? I actually think that MLG Arena tournaments were genuinely some of the coolest events ever. They would have like 3 or 4 matches going on. You had to pay to access the tournament. It was like, let's say it was $20. It was $10 or $20, but it was a full weekend event. There would be like 4 streams at once, including, on top of that, like multiple point of views streams. I don't even know if it was 4. It might have been like 2 streams at once, like a main stream and a B stream, but you could also watch like point of views. I actually think it might have been 3 streams at once. Either way, there was a bunch of available streams at once, and they had it set up like they had an MLG player. And so if you went through the MLG player, it was extremely effective because you were able to basically just kind of come through and you were basically able to like pick which match you wanted to stream, or you could have multi-screen. You could have like split screen and then pick which one you wanted audio from. It was freaking cool. This was my favorite weekend of watching StarCraft 2 of all time. It was unique. It was early on. There was loads of great players. They did a few of these events. Obviously, everyone was up in arms. We have to pay for our StarCraft. This is unbelievable. But it was actually so much of a better experience. It was 100% worth it. I remember thinking, these freaking losers don't even want to pay, like, it was so cheap, too, in my eyes. Like, this is so affordable. I'm a university student, and I paid for it, and everyone else is like, Rah! Yeah. But, back there, like their stream? How about, I like Hero Marine stream. I like Hero Marine stream. Seems fair, right? Hearthstone already has 52 likes. You know, if Hearthstone already has 52 and Hero only has 17, like, that's like, they have like this, wait, how many viewers does Hearthstone have? Oh, Hearthstone has like 415 viewers. Oh my god, I missed out a bunch of Hearthstone's minimap. I'm sorry, guys. Whoops. I'm a professional streamer. I know how big the map is on torches. For some reason. No! Oh my god. For some reason, I thought this half of the map was just the map. I thought that was the end of the map for some reason. Yeah. Not sub to Hero Rain. I'm gonna drop a little secret. I don't sub to a lot of people on YouTube because I don't actually watch a lot of YouTube. And the thing, I don't actually watch a lot of StarCraft on YouTube, I should say. And the problem with subscribing to people is that it really affects you know, what shows up on your screen. And I don't turn on YouTube to watch StarCraft. Like, okay, here's my thing. Is that if I want to watch StarCraft, I know where I'm going to watch it, you know? right? Like, I know where I'm going to watch it. I know what I'm going to be turning on. Like I already have it figured out. Like, I don't need to subscribe to Hearing to see when he's, you know, to see his video coming up. Because if he's got a video I want to watch, I'm just going to watch it anyway, you know. Now, I know subscribing is useful, and it really is. But it's just not for my, and that's why everyone has the right not to press the sub button. Even if it is super easy, it can clog your feed. Now, the difference is that when you guys want to, you know, watch me on YouTube, right? In theory, that means you actually do want to keep watching me on YouTube. You know, you guys actually use YouTube to watch me. So then it makes sense for you guys to subscribe. So, you know. Not subbing to Gabe as well. Wow, you guys are going to bully me. Look, there you go. You happy? Ay, ay, ay. No notifications. Oh, awkward. Already got no notifications on for Harstem. Whoops. Called out, boys. Called out. Called out by the YouTube, sir. Ay, ay, ay. Put the sound on one of them. Who do you want? Here. Okay. I can't actually cast the game like this. It's actually very difficult to cast, but I'll just talk over it. There we go. Now we have some StarCraft sound. This is it. Oh, look at Harstem reacting to the zealots running into the bio, doomed to die. It's a bit low. Yeah, I don't really want the sounds on, to be honest.
Add-on complete.
Like to me, the sounds are even more distracting. I'm already watching 2 streams. The sounds are even more distracting.
Add-on upgrade complete.
Oh, Harstem with the fight. Gabe with the retreat. Evacuation. Prism gonna retreat back as well. I realized there was units there. Good job by Harstem. Edge just opened up the minerals as well, so that's gonna be a more accessible attack pathway for him in the future. Be able to save that Prism, which is very nice. Man, with the... My game sounds are on the background too. Shut up. There you go. We're slowly making this. By the time this game ends, we're going to have this experience absolutely perfected. Like, it's going to be tip-top. Uh-oh, Harstem. He's stuck in a corner. Gabe, you got to watch your army, surely, from the High Templar. Wow. That felt terrifying. Did Harstem just lose everything? He lost a lot. Oh, he had a lot of units still up to the top side. It makes it a little bit difficult, doesn't it? The Templar goes down. I mean, this army's just cornered, and if you can't reinforce it with additional High Templar and Storms, then that obviously makes it very difficult. For some reason, SCVs are joining the fight. Marines pull a bit further back as well. Going to fight once more. Marine wants to get in there. He's not going to get the Prism to stop the Zealot Warping, but that might be fine. Zealot hit is natural as well, though. Also, the supply is down at 120. Overall, Hero Marine definitely feeling better as long as he can stabilize against a bunch of the Zealots.
Not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field. Not enough minerals.
Not enough minerals. And there's something so soothing and calming about just listening into like a like a StarCraft 2 kind of stream, like a player stream specifically, where you get all the game sounds as though you're playing. Like it's very nostalgic to me. Back when I used to watch like a lot more people just playing the game, you know. 54 minutes and we didn't actually manage to get inside of a game yet. This might be a WardiTV record for how long it's taken us to get into a game of StarCraft on a stream. It's genuinely pretty impressive. It's actually pretty sick.
Mineral field depleted.
This better be good. You want a piece of me, boy? Ready for desktop.
Scan. Couple medevac's gonna dive into that main base. Ooh, dangerous. Harstem's not watching for it either. Sees it now. Obviously, the pylon's gonna be good targets as well, potentially. So, definitely something you can look at jumping on here. Nice storm in the center, by the way. Bio taking a beating to the storms.
Your forces are under attack. Base is under attack.
Mortal's going to stand in the fight. A little bit of Marauder force getting pushed back. We're actually going to try and make a dive forward. Sentry's going down. The Mortal's getting jumped on. The Fusel's going down as well. Going to chase that Colossus now.
SCVs are under attack.
Gonna be able to get that. The Liberator gets siege. The Nexus, the probes in some trouble. Got the couple of Zelds coming back over. Hearthstone is just not being able to take a solid fight for a significant period of time at this stage. Like, it is genuinely turned into just difficulty for him really getting anything out of this. His tech units keep going down.
Upgrade.
Really all went wrong when he got caught in that upper right-hand side and he couldn't really break out from that position.
Not enough
That was
minerals.
definitely the point where I got
Not enough
kind of
energy.
tricksy for Hearthstone.
Not enough minerals.
Why am I watching from the fourth dimension? We're trialing a new way of watching StarCraft 2. Well, you know, I thought, you know what, it's 2025. Being inside of the game is so 2010. So we're going to watch from outside of the game, but at multiple points in time. Yeah.
Not enough minerals. Not
From
enough
here on out, every single player is going to be required to stream on YouTube, participate in Wardy tournaments, so that we can provide this exact experience. Gabe's not losing this fight, right? I'm gonna get close. No, he's fine. I was gonna say, like, it looked like he was losing a lot, but the reality check is that obviously he was just running up the ramp as well. He gets the Colossus from the other side. GG gets called. Hearthstone Hero Marine. Gonna go 1-0 to Hero Marine. Alright. What a banging opening game. Hearthstone in the replay. He'll come out. We'll actually go in game for the first time today. My goodness, it's taken us literally an hour to get in game. It's crazy. Crazy. Austin with the small brain, just not inviting me the first time. I should have known he needed direct instruction. I should have known he needed exactness in the instruction. I didn't give that to him, you know. I did not provide this. Ley line's coming up. It's 16 degrees, yeah, it's the coolest it's been here. It's the coolest day we've had in like a week, 2 weeks. It's been hot lately. It's so freaking warm in the house, it's been horrible. My goodness, guys. We get to go in game for game number 2. We actually get to go and cast some StarCrafts. Very exciting. Expected too much from the pros, but I really did, man. Like, I can't get over the fact that he just didn't invite me. I thought it was just so obvious that I was waiting for his game. He was obviously... I even subscribed to him as well. Like, I even actually stopped and subscribed to him, only to get completely blanked. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Alright. Hero Ring leads by 1. It was actually genuinely a pretty good game early on in this previous game. It was a genuinely good first game and pretty cool stuff. I felt like Hearthstone had some good chances, like I say, just needed to not get stuck in corners. He did get himself caught in that upper right-hand side. That, to me, was 100% the moment where everything kind of went wrong. Gateway, probe, racks and a gas. Continuing to come on through. It's going to be having the gateway finishing in a few moments here. The probes and the assimilator. Nexus dropping down on the natural. Reaper and Orbital both starting up next in the side core. Going to be the next step here from Hearthstone. No real surprises yet still, honestly. See that probe dropping down. An assimilator. And yeah, we look to see what the plan's going to be. It was a good game, yeah. No, they were at each other's throats. They really did. They obviously they genuinely played a very good game of TVP. I don't think we had any crazy, like, oh my god, storm moments, you know? Stalker shoots, Reaper gets pushed away. Next is going to finish in a few moments' time. Have ourselves the battery coming down over there. Sentry and a couple of probes continuing up as well, so we get that all on the go. And we just have ourselves Reaper obviously going to keep about and trying to apply a little bit of pressure, trying to find a way, make a little bit of this or that happen, just for these early moments as well. So just try and find some value over there too. Twilight Council building. As that Twilight Council builds, obviously get to see the Tech of Hearthstone coming online in the early stage. Get that up, get that rolling. Let's have the starboard. Popping out the medevac. We do have the Cyclone and Marines. The medevac all coming through. The charge is on the way. The warp gate's still building. A couple of gates and the probes coming about as well. Yo, Hobbit Kabul, how you doing? 53-month resub on the Prime. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. The Raven and a couple of Marines coming online. The Barracks is halfway done. A couple of Stalkers and the Sentry. Going to step up a little bit as well. Just push that Reaper about. Put some down, Joe. A couple of Marines start taking some hits. Medevac going to load up and just pop back a little bit. A couple of Stalkers continuing through. Stalkers and Sentry actually going to go after the Cyclone. The Medevac loads up, just going to boost away up the left-hand side. Stim pack will be starting. There's a couple more Marines coming about. The charge, the Zealot, the Robo Facility, all getting away from the moment. Robo Facility about halfway done already. And continue to bring that charge online for the moment. The pylons coming up as well. Again, the Engineering Bay, Barracks, and Reactor. A little bit of everything coming through for now. Marine Marauder Stim coming online as well. Medevac will actually load up the Siege Tank and load a few Marines after as well. Zealot going to get there. Reaper gets picked off. I don't see at this point we're just waiting to wait for upgrades for Hero Marine before he really tries to do anything, so nothing that he's... I mean, there's nothing really at all for him to really get to right now, as Siege Tank will force the Zealot back the other way. The Marines, the Cyclone, still just gathering together here currently. Nation going down as well. And a couple of auto turrets coming in around the back. Going to get those to unload, and the pylon already taking some hits. Storm is going to be here very shortly as well. So again, we get that Storm online, get that going. It's going to be another big positive for us in the next few moments. Raven comes right on through the main. Ends up down on the bottom side of this. Combat shield is going to be done fairly soon. +1 attack coming alongside with it. Again, the Storm coming in. It's going to be seen there. Prism on the way by. Gates coming through. South Stalk will knock on those rocks. Take those out, open that space a little bit, and then we have ourselves the Prism about to finish. Still got the combat shields, still got the concussive shells, and the +1 attack upgrade building in. Both sides really do continue to head into a good amount of tech here currently. As the Bio steps up, couple of Storms available. Storm 1 coming down, the Bio pressing forward, the High Templar going down already. Siege Tank firing, Bio still stepping up. Going to be seeing the Nexus now in a little bit of trouble as well. A couple of Zealots taking damage again as the Storm comes down one more time. Another storm this time slicing the edge of those Marines up. Zealot's taking a lot of shots, just going to be seeing those all dropping. Stalkers in trouble next. I mean, this was a good fight from Hero Marine, but Hossam has just about enough left over that I think he can look at this and still be kind of okay with it as well. So, kind of a very fun fight across the board, honestly. Not really what we were expecting. I actually felt like it was going to be more, convincing one side or the other, but it was really not. So, on we go. Marine on Medevac building. Ghost Academy coming up. The Widow Mine's coming through. Fire just gets there, picks the probe off. Gonna stim forward. Zealots, Stalkers. Gonna come by. High Templar dropping off. First High Templar down. Second and third High Templar lifted back up. Storm's reasonable to hit the Marines. You need to get rid of that pylon. Do not let the Zealots warp in against these Marauders. Now the Prism's going to be the warp-in point. The Marines will go after that, but the Zealots will get out here. And that's probably just going to be time for us to pick up and leave and get some reinforcements before we look to go again. So, look to bring that straight through. Again, the Blink finishing shortly, plus 2 attack, and the Charge coming online as well. Continue to bring that straight into play. Then down to the bottom, Nexus in a little bit of trouble. A couple of Zealots will be going down. The Widow Mines get burrowed up. Gonna go, both those Zealots going down. The Archon and Immortals chase the other side. The Archon gets jumped on. That will fall as well. We are going to stim up. It's going to be the 2 Immortals getting picked up also there. High Templars still coming through. A couple more shots coming about. And load back into the center. +1 coming through, the Immortal. And the Sentry building as well. We come around the left-hand side. Just getting ready for an attack onto the Natural here, perhaps. And hit the pylon. That's nice. Goes down the Robo facility, but a lot of those units are going to get trapped on the right-hand side. The rest of the Bio can't quite join up. Two on the way here from Hero Marine, so upgrades continue to look good for him because he is obviously heading into 2-2 and he's already up, 1-1 to 1-0. Does that, to be fair, okay, Halsam is actually on his way to 2-1, so he's actually not going to be behind on upgrades, really. Maybe an armor upgrade down for a bit, but he'll actually be ahead for a little while as well, so upgrades are very much so on either side of the map still as Hero Marine hunts across to the other side. All this fire still gathering, you're going to get ourselves Pylon pick off. And +2 attack, +1 armor finishing soon. The Robo Bay halfway done. Add a couple more Zealots in. Widow Mine goes slap bang onto a Zealot. We knock that down with immediate effects. That's going to be a nice quick grab him. Step up once again, just going to be pulling back a little further. Widow Mine's going to blast through a few Zealots. High Templars get caught. Oh my god, those storms onto all of those Marines, huh? That's going to be a little bit painful. As we turn around, we actually have ourselves... This army of Hero Marine is no longer kind of breaking through. Now, he gets rid of the Archons, but he doesn't have the power to fight the gateway units anymore, so... Just going to be seeing the Bio still pulling back, the Zealots still chasing, the Medevacs overhead. And the couple of Marauders still going to be chased for a little bit. CMP goes down. Stalker's still taking shots. I'll just pull back a little further as the +3 attack, +2 armor, all building in. Colossus halfway done. Yeah, Austin brings it back with some good defenses. Hero Marine obviously eager to get in. So a couple of good storms there, putting a lot of work in as well. Definitely helping. Again, Widow Mines, Vikings, Marine Marauder, Ghost. +3 attack upgrade coming up as well. just want to get there. The battery will take some damage. I see that going down. A couple stalkers still pinging onto said medevac here. And medevac actually gonna have to continue to escape out down the bottom side for a couple moments. Gonna get this Nexus. Medevac goes down. Next on the bottom goes down. 4 bases still for Harstem. Marine is a 4-base Terran player, trading more efficiently in the game, so Harstem will struggle. Only being on equal bases to the Terran right now, generally you do want to be up in that kind of number. And the Stalker warping in. Storm comes down, a few Marauders take some shots. Little mines go bang bang, bunch of those Elves taking damage right away. Awesome, at least getting an army up that's now stable enough to actually really take these fights. For a long time it was him just trying to salvage together something. Marine, low HP on a lot of his units as well. I don't know if he can really fight at the moment. See now +3 attack finishing. The few Vikings, Marines, and Marauders coming through. Ship weapons needs to come out as well. Stopping me. Command Center taking a few shots. It's going to go down, so I mean, Harstem at least denying the 5th base. Talking about his 5th base getting delayed. Well, one way to help counter that is that, no, not letting the Terran get further ahead at least. This fight's backfiring though for Harstem, as there's not enough to stop the Bio from stemming through. We're going to close the distance on the Colossus. We can't save them because the Prism will get chased as well, and Harstem knows that's too much lost all at once. Marine 2, Harstem 0. And we've got ourselves a quarterfinalist out of this matchup. Got a lot of quarterfinals going on. Hero 2-1 against Showtime. Knocked Showtime out round of 16. Hero plays Shameless in the round of 8. MaxPax isn't out of his matchup yet. When he is, if he wins, he'll be playing Hero Marine in the next round. So that much we know as well. ByuN beating Geralt, and Nightmare beating Rogue to make it a ByuN Nightmare round of 8. Wow. Look at Nightmare go, man. Just popping back onto the scene and actually looking great recently. It's fascinating to see him just pop back and look so good after putting in a retirement announcement out earlier this year. And then Kua beat Nico Racked. He's waiting for Crater or Solo. That bottom side quarterfinal looking pretty spot on as well. So bracket looking good. I think we're in for some more fun here, and we'll be heading into, like I said, the Hero Marine versus MaxPax most likely series up next. Just need MaxPax to finish up against Rebellion. If Rebellion does beat MaxPax, we can go into that match too, because obviously always interested to see an underdog getting a win and then, you know, going into the next round. MaxPax is out of game right now, so I get the feeling he might be done, and we might very well have that Hero Marine MaxPax matchup coming up in just a few moments. Let me throw the ads up, guys. Here on WardiTV Mondays 40. It feels so weird doing this tournament like at 5 PM in the evening. It does not feel right, you know. It does not feel right. Alright, just trying to see what the deal is, guys. MaxPax is still out of game. There's no score report in the bracket. I'm going to throw the break screen up and BRB a moment. When we come back, hopefully more StarCraft 2 is ready to party on. I'll see you guys in a sec. Howdy guys, hello, hello. Waiting for MaxPax here, Marine here in a few moments. Get this ready to rumble for y'all. Get this ready to rumble. So MaxPax Hero Marine. WardiTV's gonna play Hero in the semifinals, so we pretty much know the direction of this this day is headed in. I'll just wait for them to veto up, and we should be good to go very shortly. Thank you for joining us today, guys. Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place today as well. Again, started a little bit hectically as difficult to get locked in. Bum, bum, bum. Just waiting on the guys to yeah, come back and get us going. Sorry, it's just like I said, if it was me, I can check Hero Marine stream and see where they're at on videos. Just to give you guys a bit of info. That's Fantasy, Incorporeal, Torches, Magnatha, Persephone, like Tokamak as well. It looks as though they're going to get a map pick and a posted game here in a few moments' time, guys. As we continue in this WardiTV Mondays edition 48. Cool, cool, cool. Player lines coming up. Perfect. All right, we're into the lobby, guys. We'll be underway here in just a few moments for Hero Marine MaxPax quarterfinals when it plays Hero in the semis. Go goes cold. Countdown is on, and we are heading into this TVP round of 8. All Koreans on the bottom side of the bracket. A European match right here. Let's see how this round of 8 plays out. See who faces Hero in the semifinals today as we jump on into game number 1 of this best of 3 series. In the bottom left-hand side, the red Protoss player is going to be MaxPax. In the top right, the blue Terran is Hero Marine. As we get this up and running. Get this underway. Have a little probe onto the map here. Hero Marine is, we'll see. I think comes into this as the underdog a little bit against MaxPax. We'll see what he can come up with. He's actually been playing well lately. Had some good TVP results so far. Pro Nibbles, SCV takes some damage. You know, it's gonna be seeing that Reaper continue to come about for a few moments. It's gonna have that factory building as we get ourselves settled in. That's going to be having, obviously, the factory before we expand, so that does give Hero Marine some more aggressive options. A little bit more safety, you could argue, to some extent as well, as that Reaper heads out down to the bottom left-hand side. It's just going to be making its way across and over. It's set up and rolling. Oh, here we go. It's so funny you were watching Awesome Hero with the split screen exactly as I did. Yeah, that was actually a pretty fun way to watch, to be honest. Just yeah, pretty fun way to watch. Just not ideal. Would rather be in the game, but it was actually fun. It works out. You know, if there's a game to miss out being in game on, like, it's between those two, because both their streams work for us being able to watch a little bit. Having the Adept heading over. Just gonna have the Stalk and the Twilight Council coming through. Adept gonna fire. Depot gonna take some damage. Let's have the Twilight Council finishing in a few moments. Again, Cyclone, Medevac, a couple of Marines make their way across here. And with that Cyclone and Medevac Marines, we've actually seen a lot of work be done lately. This build has been really kind of taking the Terran versus Protoss world by storm. The Terrans have been absolutely loving leaning into this one quite a lot as of late, so excited to see exactly where we get to with it. A couple of Adepts back down to the front. Just going to get the gates coming up online, get those going. Adept's actually going to see this Medevac. They're out of position to help, and in fact, they're just out of position altogether. They're going to get caught as we just jump onto them. And why not, right? Killing an Adept, that's basically a freebie right off the get-go. There's no guarantee you get an unload in the main base and deal damage. There's a couple of Stalkers over here, right? So I think realistically dropping off and killing an Adept for some guaranteed work is not a bad thing. I'm seeing a good solid position as the Siege Tank and a couple of additional Marines coming about. We got the Stim Pack on the way up as well. That is coming up to being about halfway done right now. The barracks going to be finishing shortly. Bunker on the way, and the Blink is building from MaxPax as well as the 3 Stalkers and the Adept step over toward that right-hand side. Pro pulling back a little bit. The Nexus dropped straight into the 3rd base, so we just put that straight in position now. The Stalkers begin to head across toward the upper right-hand side. It's just going to get straight to the top. Get charge on the way. The Nexus is coming through. Stalkers unload into that main. Going to blink through a couple of SCVs. We'll begin to take some damage. So a couple of shots coming about. Marine Cyclone firing away. Just going to see the tank putting some work in as well. A few units jumping back into the prism. Escaping up to the top. And that is going to be the Prism pushed out of there for the moment. So the Prism pushes that straight out. Charge on the way through. The extra gates coming up. Add on a Forge. Looking reasonable as the extra Stalkers continue to come around. And we just have the Marines and a tank. Just going to reposition there. And yeah, the Sentry going to finish. Charge about halfway done. The extra gates coming online. A couple of Marines able to get the Observer there, so able to grab that as Stalker's able to grab at 1 Marine already. A little bit of damage being done. Stalkers will continue to trade a little bit. Reaper going down. A few Marines beginning to go down. Just going to have a couple of Stalkers will continue to fight, and the Marines will be taking a lot of damage, actually. The Stalkers do continue to retreat. Now the SCVs, they are going to come out towards the center. Just going to be seeing the Marine tank force really making a little bit of a shove down to the bottom left-hand side. So making a little bit of a play right now. End up and rolling. +1 attack on the way. The Immortal on the way. Battery halfway done as well. It's a nice little stim. We're just going to be seeing those Zealots just going to get chased. The Zealots get pushed back. Just going to be seeing a couple of Zealots going down. The Sentry taking some shots as well. Just going to be seeing the rest of the Zealots coming through. The Guardian Shield pops up. I'm just going to be seeing the Zealots will get the siege tank there, so the tank taking some hits. The rest of the Marines continue to gather through as the Nex is now taking damage again. Here, Marine committed, obviously, would love to get a little bit more out of this. If those tanks could put some work in, that'd be great. We actually see the Storms blinking now, but that Zealot wraparound was right on time. The timing of this was spot on for MaxPax. Those Zealots wrap around from the top just at the right moment that he blinks in with everything else. He really maximizes his damage output here and really makes it look just like such a smooth cleanup, which it is going to be eventually. I mean, we have lost quite a few units. The Prism going to come into fire. I'm going to say, I don't know if we even kill that off if MaxPax gets the defense and gets the first game. Yeah, pretty cool defense. Like I say, MaxPax just played it well. Put himself in a very good spot, and that's going to enable us to go 1-0 up in this best of 3 here, Marine. Got to figure something out for this game, too. In the next couple of moments, we'll get that underway. Get this ready to go. Go. Ultra Love, going to be our map pick. Alright, game number 2 coming straight into play. Get that on the way right now. We'll be off in just a couple of moments. As we have got ourselves in the bottom left-hand side, up 1, our best of 3. Continuing here, the red Protoss player in the lead. It is MaxPax. He's been on a hell of a roll in online events again lately, so excited to see what comes out and what comes up. Probe coming through, the SCV coming about as well. Get settled here for a few moments. We're just coming about, the assimilator will start. We have ourselves the racks and the gas continue to come about as well, so again, a little bit of everything coming through for now. Up across to the other side, gets a nibble off on the SCV, a little bit of damage dealt there right off the bat. The gateway coming by as we speak, as we continue to get all of that well and truly operational here for the next few moments. Depot will go down. The Reaper is building. And Reaper just about to finish. The factory coming about. Dep will be done in a moment there. The warp gate's still coming up. We continue to get that online. We'll just be there to try and fight. The Adept going to step across. See just a little bit of what's going on here for a few moments. Get settled in as the Twilight Council continues to build. Next is about to finish. Warp gate on the way. Starport building as we speak. Just gets a few shots off toward that Adept, so he'll get a few hits in. Twilight Council finishing very shortly. Popping up, a couple of Marines are going to gather in there with everything as well, so just get defensive early on after we saw a little bit of what's potentially coming your way. As you know, on the one base, obviously expansion building in base is going to keep you very safe. Stop anything from really kind of breaking out or being too much of a problem right off the bat here. Maybe it takes a little step over to the other side. And the command center is going to drop into the natural as well. It's just going to get that going. And yeah, a couple gates, robo facility, the blink. All that continue to build through right now. Bring a lot of this up and into place. A couple of adepts going in. The SCVs are going to go and go in. A couple of adepts will continue to go about. Just going to hit a few more of these SCVs right now. More on the blink continue through. The Viking and a few Marines building up as well, so we continue to get that all online. This push coming through, I mean, obviously losing a lot of SCVs. You would hope that this push at the front from here we can get some work done. Get sieged on Ultra Love, man. It's a very narrow ramp. You get into a lot of trouble then as a Protoss player. And I feel like we're really not very far from seeing that happening at all at this current point in time, to be honest. So, there goes one siege tank. So, we're just never getting siege, though. The Stalker's doing a great job of buying time, energy recharge, keep the battery up as well. And that's a defense with a blink in to kill off the tank. We'll lose a couple of Stalkers here from the blink in, but we're going to get the tank, the medevac. And with it, the game. GG's. We will go into Hero versus MaxPax at our first semi-final as it is ready to begin. Nightmare 2-0 ByuN into the round of 4. Madness. Alright, so we're going to hop to NA and get MaxPax Hero underway, guys, for a little bit of PvP. And from Hero Marine to just the Hero. Bit of PvP. Q and Solo still playing. The winner of that will play Nightmare in the second semi-final when we get there. We're not there just yet, though. If I give Hero a little ping so he's ready potentially to get going. Perfect. Perfect, we'll get MaxPax and Hero ready to go. We got some videos started and we can get a rumbling. Cool. Alrighty, guys, we'll just take a few moments here. It's ready to rumble. Videos are underway, so we should be able to go very shortly. bum, bum, bum. What match is next? Yeah, Hero MaxPax coming up, and then after that we'll have Nightmare versus Cure. They're gonna have to wait though because we are obviously gonna be kicking off into this PvP initially. Give me a moment, I'll just double check that they know to wait. Make sure we don't miss out on one of our semis. It's not been a long day, right? Yeah, we didn't cast for the first hour, didn't help, but yeah, we're like an hour and 40 in. We can come to me and make them wait. I know it's late in Korea, but that's the way it is. Cool. Alright, MaxPax and Hero coming into their lobbies. We will get this going in just a few. While we get this underway, I want to show you guys the groups for the WardiTV Summer Championship Round of 16. Ooh, baby, these are good. These are great, actually. If you like StarCraft 2, I think you're going to like these. You guys can get excited to watch this all week long here on the channel. Up in Group A, we have Creator, Cure, MaxPax, and Rogue. Love it. It's not just a fun group. Absolutely. Group B, Clem, Shin, ByuN, and Goblin. Also a heckin' fun group. Love that as well. Also just, yeah, very, very fun. Love that. Two groups. You might think, Wardy, we've already got two great groups. How does it get better? Group C, Zaun, Hero, Solar, and Bunny also going up against each other for 2 spots into the playoffs. And then in Group D, it's not updated yet, but the only players that are left that could possibly play in Group D are Spirit, Classic, Percival, and Nightmare. With how Nightmare's playing right now, I think it's going to be pretty sick as well. Is that updated there? There it is. There it is. Look at that. Those are some great groups, no? I love them. I think they're really fun. That's our round of 16 of the WardiTV Summer Championship. So it'll be fun for you guys to see that and get a little bit hyped with the games coming up. Group A feels like a group of death. I think all the groups are pretty tough, to be honest. As we get into the bottom left-hand side, the blue Protoss player is MaxPax. Taking on Hero in the top right. I'm going to put us on the indie camera. I'll sit back and enjoy some PvP myself and see what happens. We've got TVP coming up after this as Cure looks for back-to-back Monday finals. Got raped in there in 47.5, but lost out in the end. It was a 5-game series against MaxPax in that finals as well, so that was fun. Will he be playing MaxPax again if he was to get through Nightmare, or will he be playing someone else? We do not know just yet. Wait to find out. Full gates coming through. I'm just going to have the assimilator coming up as well, so again, a little bit of everything on the way right now. We get started here and bring that all up into action. Obviously, MaxPax has been playing some different PvP lately, which I think opens the door for us to play a pretty interesting series here in general. I think this should be pretty cool. See what happens is just have second gateway coming up, and like I say, it's funny because Hero's been a guy, a guy who's also in the past been pretty happy to, Hero's been a guy who's been pretty happy to try and fast expand himself. Maybe that's a little bit less of a possibility now. Yes, we shall see. Having our stall game on the way. Hero is going to expand, so MaxPax will be going for the later expansion in this match right now. As Heroes expansion already gets started, Sentry and the Warp Gate continue to come through. Hero Marine with the raid. Welcome, everybody. Sorry that Hero Marine's run came to an end there against MaxPax. We obviously have the rest of the tournament coming up. PvP right now, but TvP after as Q will take on Nightmare in the second semi-final. Hope you're all doing great today. Hope you're all having a good time. Thanks for joining us, like I say, on this a little bit of a later than usual WardiTV Monday. Usually we have this event 4 hours earlier, but I had some IRL stuff today. We had to just do instead, so we just rearranged the schedule a little bit, pushed it back a little. Let's just have Oracle building, the Twilight Council halfway done, and the Adept and the Stalk are still pinging away there. Trying to get a little bit more out of this for the moment as the Nexus continues to come right on into play. Stalk and the Adept is firing away. The few sentries come down to the low ground. The couple Stalkers continue through, and the Warp Gate will be finishing in the next few moments as well. Nexus will be finishing very shortly. The Blink will get started. The Stalker just pops out of the gateway. The Adept will shade across also. Again, the Oracle halfway done. The Twilight Council building. See the couple of probes pulling through as well as that little hallucination just tagging up the Oracle. Just keeping an eye on where it might be getting to. And I mean, right now it's flying right into your base, so the hallucination doesn't need to do much, but it can continue to follow it over the next few moments here pretty comfortably. Oracle really getting to work. The sentry's caught in the revelation at the moment. Not completely ideal as the hallucination focused in prods. Here we're going to have the faster Blink coming out of this into that faster expansion as well. Now, obviously, he's still up against the two Oracles, and that's the advantage of MaxPax, having those Oracles to keep on harassing with and potentially finding opportunity with, etc., etc. So, we'll see how that goes. A couple Stalkers get through. Stalker goes by. So we get there, Oracle gets picked away at. Couple hallucinations. Looking to get around again, just gonna see that Blink about to finish. Robo Facility the Forge coming through. Let's get the Nexus building as well. And a couple extra gates coming about. We continue to gather everything together. What's up to Bellica? How you doing? Thank you so much for the 28-month resub. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. And the charge on the +1 will come up. The extra couple of gates and the probes all building. We get an attack upgrade as well. Stalker step through. Probe pylon taking damage. A couple of depth shades into the natural. Couple probes will get picked away at there as well. Damage being done. Stalker pulls back down that other side again. The charge on the +1 continue to come by then. Get that underway. And Prism is about to complete. We've got the charge halfway. Hero just still got a little bit of a lead, especially on that army supply. Work accounts are similar. A little bit of an edge to MaxPax maybe on the work account, but I don't know how much impact that's really going to have overall. Stalkers and sentries will push. Stalkers get shoved a little bit. Pulling back there, sentry coming back through as well. So again, we continue to take a couple of moments. Stalker's hitting. Just have the little blink back. A couple of Zealots will gather up as well. +2 attack. And that Dark Shrine building in. A couple of pylons continue to build in. That Nexus is going to take some damage. Taking some heavy hits. Now we're going to see it going down. It's actually a kill, not a cancel. So Nexus does drop. Now the Zealots start to swing away and get some work done. Zealots really putting the work in right now. There's a lot of probes going down from MaxPax. He's dropping down by, what, 17 or so already? 20 army supply lead to Hero as he's going to get chased a little bit, but overall still looking very good. Zealot Stalker Sentry continues about. Hero gets game 1 and is going to go up a map in this best of 3. GG. GG. Alright, game 2 coming up then, guys, as Hero. Pretty comfortable opening game, to be honest. Looked very solid there. Let's see what he can do heading into a second map in a couple of moments. Again, thanks for joining us. The WardiTV Mondays 48. Like I say, a bit delayed today, but getting through the action nonetheless. Enjoying this lobby, and we should be able to go, go, go. Bum, 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 bum. Alright guys, couple of moments to get this ready to start out. And get this on the way. Pylon coming through. Get going here. And let's kick off into the upper left-hand side where we're going to have our blue Protoss player. This will be MaxPax. Down a game then. Can you pull it back? As we have in the bottom right. It is going to be Hero. Not bad start for Hero. Actually just got off to a good start. Felt like everything he did put him in a good position. MaxPax almost playing carefully while Hero just got set up and ready to rumble. Kind of a wild start. Okay, coming up, a couple of assimilators coming online. Get that settled for now. So far, looking good. Let's see the probe scouting in. 2 gateways each once again. MaxPax has really moved away from forcing that 1-gate expansion play every single game. He's playing completely different PvP to what you would equate MaxPax to play in the past. So, very different vibe in that regard for sure. Probe comes back over, just going to be seeing the Cybercore come in, the gate coming up, and online. Continue to get that going for now. Continue to get this build through for the moment. Oh, MaxPax once again going to drop the Stargate down. Hero just heading into his couple of Stalkers here currently. It's 2 Adepts into a Stalker from MaxPax, running those across the other side of the map. The Stalker's intercept, and so already 1 Adept going to be bleeding hard. Just going to go down a little bit of body block, and I think might have helped save that Adept as the Shade Away finally comes through. Obviously more units at home from Hero. He should be absolutely fine against those. How much pressure is he going to apply here? Obviously those Adepts being on the other side is a problem. We lose one of them. The other one is going to be allowed to shade into the main, which can cause chaos. One Adept will be able to get a lot done as there's not a lot of DPS to stop it, so for now that is a problem as the Stalkers on the other side of the map are poking for some chaos as well. Adept shades away too, so gets out alive, and again we're still continuing to deny those couple of Stalkers across the map from coming over the other way. Pylon there will go down. We finish that off. Stepping back for the moment. 3 probes lost from Hero, a little bit of light pressure applied. Oracle coming up though from MaxPax is going to give him a lot more kind of confidence here. Adept trying to get that probe will not be able to, but might just commit to the shade to get it because the only thing in this main base is one Stalker. Doesn't decide to do it here. Oh, the Stalker's now caught the Oracle apparently, so that goes down to half HP already. That's not ideal. Quick catch on the Oracle could have, definitely is a pretty big factor. As the Stalkers step up once again. It's going to come straight through. The probe going to get grabbed. Twilight Council Nexus. Building as well. A couple of shots still going through. The Adept goes down. The Oracle still taking hits. Another Stalker just getting warped in for the moment. Looking good. Twilight Council continuing to build for a little bit. Taking the Watchtower. Pulling out down the right-hand side. Still got the Nexus coming up on both sides. Stalker still warping in. Another probe coming online here as well. And Nexus and the Twilight Council continue to come through, so really not looking too bad over in that regard. Hallucination flying about. Just going to see that blink. Chrono boosting. The Stalker's going to be there. Hallucination taking a few more shots. Then we have that Robo facility building from Hero. That just gets started. The Oracle getting pushed away as well. Back towards the upper left-hand side for the moment. Oracle going to eat an energy recharge. Stalker step up. And it's going to be one Stalker going down already. A little Revelation down. Stalkers and Sentries take some shots. The Oracle getting caught as well. It's going to be a Sentry getting grabbed. A few more Stalkers coming back through. Revelation. Stasis Ward again. Force Field coming down as well. Another Stalker gets picked off. Just going to be trying to step on up. Hero holding out very nicely for now. I think a little bit faster from Hero. Again, MaxPax has that Oracle to show for his efforts in the early game, but that's about it. And Hero just that slight worker lead. Oh, MaxPax going to throw the Dark Shrine down. Hero tries to play the kind of the skipping game here. That could become a problem, right, if you get a little greedy and so, but he already has a Robo, so it's just a matter of building an Observer, which is not the worst case scenario to be in at all, because a lot of the time it's about building the, usually it's about do you have the Robo at all. If you've got the Robo, even if DT show up a little bit unaware for you, you can, typically Chrono Boost out the Observer and get one going. And that's not ideal, but it's not game ending as it could be otherwise, so... Step up. A couple of shots going through. Ooh, nice stasis. Maybe gives MaxPax a little bit more of an opportunity as the Oracle comes in, hits the Revelation. I think he's just so far behind on army supply. Even that doesn't matter. He's going to threaten the blink in the main, and Hero is not in position for that at all. Hero is going across the map. Dark Shrine just finished, so obviously that could be an issue as well. Hero's going to lose his gateway power very quickly, whereas obviously during this you're still warping his MaxPax on the other side. The probe's going to pull. Walks into a Stasis Ward. Hero's not going to be doing well in this base trade at all. He's going to recall home, but only after taking mega damage. Obviously, a few of those units still caught in the Stasis as well. There's the DT showing up. Do we have an Observer out? We do have 2, so that should be manageable. But they're both across the map, and we've used the recall. And now we're supply blocked as well, so these DTs are not going to be answered for a little while. We can't even build the obs because of the supply block now. Oh my goodness. One more Stasis there. As on the other side, to be fair, Hero is still doing very well. So the recall was cool because what actually has ended up happening is that we've recalled but only in such a way that we're still able to kind of keep on pressuring. I mean, Hero just has 40 to 12 army supply. Right, I really felt like Hero kind of messed this up and put himself in a horrible spot, but he is looking to be A-okay. Stalkers here from MaxPax are just not in good enough numbers, and the Prisms here as well to back this up. And Hero still has half of his army on the other side of the map defending now, going back home to make sure any more DTs don't do anything, although right now one is. And Gateway coming by. Just never seen the pylon dropping. The Stalkers kind of forced to blink away right there as well, getting pushed backward. I mean, MaxPax still doesn't exactly have the numbers. Going to blink back to the corner here from Hero. Can Prism Micro a little bit. Obviously, pros are being pulled into this. Hero still lost a lot more workers, but he's going to get MaxPax down to a very low worker count now. His team, MaxPax, going to fall down to 12. There goes the Prism. Honestly, these Stalkers did not trade badly for Hero, though. He takes down a lot of Stalkers of his opponent. The last few will obviously be an efficient pickup for MaxPax, but he's down 10 workers. It's definitely significant when the worker count is 14 to 23. Like, 10 may not be too bad of a deal if it's 60 versus 70, but at 14 to 23, that's obviously a significant difference. This was honestly such a wild scenario. MaxPax felt like he did all the right things. Jumps in the main, shuts down production by going after the pylons. The supply block naturally blocks an observer, gives the DTs maximum chance of doing work. Well, Immortal will put in a little bit of work here. Guardian Shield will help as well. Hero, though, still struggling a little bit on this defense. Army supplies right now are even. This is do or die from MaxPax, and you can see he's not building any workers back at home. He knows he's just got to go, go, go. Hero has to just hold on. I think both players are pretty aware of their situation, as Hero is doing the right things so far. Blink up, a few more Stalkers keep on dropping. And we do see Hero able to chase MaxPax away, so the numbers will not lie, the economy will not lie. GG's. Hero 2-0 is going to be the score. It's an all-Korean top 3, or top remaining players. As obviously we've got Q versus Nightmare on the other side of the bracket in the semis. That's coming up right now. And the winner plays Hero in the finals of this WardiTV Monday Cup. So we'll hop on over to Korea and get ready for Nightmare Cure into the winner versus Hero into the fifth, into just knowing who the winner is today. Love it. Love it. What's up, JC? Mini painting. Thanks so much for the 3-month resub on the Prime. Construct additional pylons. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just going to try and get logged into Korea. It takes a moment or two sometimes. Authentication doesn't like working straight away. Oh, we don't have one. Hang on. Hang on. We're missing Indy. At the very least, missing 2 people, I think. Save the game a second. Oh. Good save. From back on track. Alright, going in game. Sorry guys, getting distracted by something. Let's get into game number 2, semi-final number 2, game number 1. Fresh best 3 coming right up in the bottom left-hand side. Cure taking on the guy who's on a streak lately. Nightmare has been on fire as of late. And Cure Nightmare played some great games early this year as well. Loved watching them kind of a few months ago. Very excited to see what happens. As he gets set up into play. Getting the gas coming through. Cracks in the gas coming up. Oh, how's everyone doing then, guys? How's everyone feeling? Again, thanks for joining us on a little bit of a weirdly timed Monday Cup this week. Appreciate you all dropping by and hanging out with us for some games. Say nice to be here with you guys. And bringing some games in. So, I'm just going to be seeing the factory dropping down the main base. Going to get that going initially. We've seen the Stalk and the Warp Gate still building about, the Reaper on the way through as well, so we continue to get this going. Continue to bring this around, just going to be seeing the Stalker pinging, Reaper taking some shots, grenade going down. Have the probe, the Stalker continue to come through for a little bit, so again we get settled. Settled down here, finally coming about. Twilight Council about halfway done. See the Reaper's hopping into the main base. A little bit of pressure coming in here right away. Gets set up right off the back. And Blink coming through, Warpgate coming by, the Racks and the Orbital Command coming up as well. See that Blink halfway done. Again, the gateway, the probes continue about. Robot facility coming through. A couple Stalkers will be hitting the Reaper right there also. So again, just a little bit more damage being done. Blink halfway by. The extra gates coming up. Probes building. SCVs, tank, and Marines coming by as well. So continue to get that going as a couple Stalkers step up. Reapers get pushed back for the moment. See, the Hellion Drop is going to get some work done as well. Cure absolutely putting some work in. A workers is not bad. We might even get out with the Medevac. Blink available, doesn't use it. The Reaper's still poised to do damage again. We're from about halfway done. Stalker gonna get that Reaper. A couple more Stalkers going after the Reaper down on the bottom side as well. Probe gonna patrol a little bit. Temple Archive still coming up. The Raven on the way through. Tank and the Marines continue to come about. Factory lifts off, moves over to the reactor. Just gonna be seeing the X barracks on the way through. Engineering bay. Barracks all coming online for now. Probe continues to patrol. Barracks and the engineering bay finishing charge on the way out as well. Continue to get that all set up. And Storm is going to start charge building. A few extra gates going through. Stimpack and the +1 able to come up and online. A few extra Marines coming through. The couple of Widow Mines load into the medevac. We will have ourselves the Bioforces still heading out here from Cure. Continue to get that on the way as the bunker drops out a few units. The Marines, the tanks, the Raven continue to step up. That's going to be the probe dropping down as well. Let's be having the Raven still chilling out overhead as the Stimpack combat and the +1 continue to get going. Marine Marauder medevac will gather. The Stalkers blink underneath. The medevac will get chased. A couple Hellions drop on out as the medevac drops in straight away. Gets picked off. Again, Marines, tanks, the Hellions all continue to gather up. The Marines are still going to chase on forward after a few of the Stalkers right now. Stimpack, combat shield and +1 continues to come about. Again, just Marine Marauder medevac still coming through as well. So we keep bringing this online as we just have the army of Cure retreating back down to the bottom left. 10 probes, 1 observer. Let's see, some of the early game units going down. Definitely not a bad start at all for Cure, but it was also a committed start. You know, you throw into a lot of that to, you know, begin with. Definitely, you know, means that you need to do some amount of damage. 10 probes is definitely on the good side of damage. But like I say, it didn't come freely. This is not like the most typical Terran build where everything else is just streaming along naturally. You stopped to build 4 Hellions. You stopped to set up the starport, right? And now both these players have bypassed each other. Cure on the map, Nightmare on the map. I think I like this a lot more for Cure. I think this Chaos is going to... Because he actually has a pretty reasonable defense already set up as well. Looking for the Storm drop here off this Prism. Not going to unload right now, but the drop from Cure is going to head up the left-hand side, and we're just not in position to really deal with that at all. Cure does lose 8 SCVs to the Storm drop. Dropping the main. Oh, we are ready for it! The denial! Double medevac gets shot down completely. I thought actually Nightmare was going to be less prepared for this, but he was not. Good defense. As Cure loses a ton of mining time, and honestly a bunch of SCVs. Ends up in a bunch of trouble. The Marines get after that Observer, gonna get another scan to take that down. Orbital, SCVs, Vikings, the armor upgrade coming about as well. Seeing the Orbital about to finish up. SCVs and the Marauders coming through. The Ghost Academy on the way as well. Just going to get that started on top of everything else here. One storm coming in. 2 storms coming in. A few SCVs will go down. It's going to be about 9. 13, actually. 13! Oh my god, Zeldstalker going to go crazy over here. As we punch on through. There's a bunch of SCVs going down. This is not pretty at all for Cure. This is going a little bit wrong for him at the moment. Bio pressing upward as the few Stalkers step away. Robo Bay, Gateways, Nexus, all on the way out. We're actually going to see those little Bio stemming up. And the Zealot Stalker taking damage. Anti-armor missile included. We will continue to chase the Zealots away now. Another nice couple storms still coming through. Another auto turret going down as well. Prism falls. He was honestly taking a pretty darn good fight. I think there's 1 storm remaining on those High Templar. But just low HP. We're going to have to stim again as we start to step away from these elves. Some of them go around the other side, looking to get a catch on the bio units even. Wow. Here making the most of a bad situation, but it's still a bad situation. He's not exactly saved the day for himself here just yet. Finally goes, it's going to keep on fighting. A couple Stalkers going down. Stalkers just taking a bunch of damage. Zealot still building through. The extended thermal lance coming on line as well. Just going to be seeing this army still pressing up for the moment. Just going to be seeing the Archon already going to be grabbed. Going to get taken out right off the bat. Some escapes down the bottom side. 9 SCVs going down. Army on the top right going to go after a few more of those probes as well. Going to get rid of a bunch more of workers. So, Kyo fighting back, man. Like, he's actually, with this drop, going to knock down a base, it seems. And that is actually genuinely some good progress. Still a 3-base Terran. Armory coming up to start the 2-2 upgrades. He is 1-1 to 0-0. This upgrade lead has been his, and that has been helping him some of these fights. Two upgrades, +1 ship weapons coming about, Vikings, Ghost, and the Starport coming up as well. It's all going to go down. A couple of Vikings chasing that Prism. Just going to take that down. High Templar drops off. A little bit of Bio going to fight. Little EMP goes up the ramp. Storm going to take some damage. Rock's going to get knocked down. Kyo pushing up this left-hand side. Nightmare looking to hang on in there. I was just going to be seeing the 2-2 upgrades finishing soon from Kyo. Could give him a bit of an edge. It's a lot of Colossus to play against as well. Oh my goodness, that Prism got way too involved. It goes down, one Templar inside. The other dropped out, got a mediocre Storm off. Still, a mediocre Storm's not bad because the Medivacs are super dry on energy, which means it's a little bit tougher to keep this army topped up, so any damage is typically good still. Still gathering up. Just going to see the Medivacs doing a little bit of healing right here. We are going to see the army still popping down. Command center. And try and get into place. The one thing Q has really been missing is that 4th so far. Is what's up, by the way. Lightwolf VR for the Prime sub. Super appreciated. Thank you so much. He's going to be there close to taking damage. Upgrades coming through, +2 ship weapons coming about as well. It's going to be seeing the Storm coming by. And she's still landing onto this Terran army, so still looking quite a lot done. Stalk's still moving about. Bio goes gathering up. +2 ship weapons on the way. We have got the 3-3 upgrades coming about as well. Currently about halfway through the Sense Tower. Building Medivacs. Building. Oh, EMP coming down. Stalk's getting hit. Zealots taking some damage as well. We also see some Zealots on the bottom side. Also taking a few shots right now. Just going to be able to get some damage onto these. A little bit more work being done. 3-3 finishing very shortly from Q. Going to get that upgrade lead back. If he can hang on to a 4th base, I'm going to say it's possible. But man, like, Nightmare's going to be rich. He's already on a ton of bases. His income is popping. I find it very difficult to believe Q is going to win one fight so convincingly that he's going to be able to overcome all of this economy of the Protoss. Especially because Nightmare is the one picking and choosing fights right now. He is in no pressure to actually commit. And that means that he can really, again, only take a fight he's sure about. Unless he gets cornered in a little bit, he does kind of lackluster make this move. No High Templars available. Oh my god, well that's exactly the kind of fight you can't let happen. Nightmare has a literal nightmare on the map as he just had no storms. His Prism went down too quickly. His Colossus were just cornered because he was getting chased back from the initial army. I think he was actually missing a lot of supply just around the map because he left a lot of High Templar at home and so on as well. The Zealot Warbins right now will not do well against what is just a lot of bio. Now the High Templar are showing up. Finally, they're showing up to join this party and try and get involved a little bit, but maybe a little bit too little too late as Cure pushes through. More High Templar showing up, going down, full of energy. Is not ideal either. We've got small groups of bio that are just baiting out storms. And at the very least here, Kira is going to make some steps through some bases, and that is absolutely huge for him. He might just be able to keep going. I say at the very least, because there is a very real chance that this fight just goes all the way, and we just push straight through and look to get it all done right here. The EMP is coming down, the Colossus will fall, the Zealots are still dropping. And the Vikings continue to put some work in as the Colossus will be taking shots, the Archon going down. Oh, we're not recovering from this as Nightmare. He literally took one of the only fights that he could not take. A fight where he gets surrounded, he's not able to back away from it. He doesn't have the storms with his army. He had no way to stop the Terran pushing in. Disaster. Absolute disaster, quite frankly. Absolutely. Pylon game number 2, as we get into our second map here. As we get ready for Cure to try and make it a Cure Hero final in the WardiTV Mondays. Have we had a Cure Hero final in the past? It's a great question. Probably not, if I had to make a guess. Hero's only been in the final a few times. Oh no, we have! Edition 38, Cure versus Heroes. 10 editions later. That was a 3-1 for Hero back then. You're one of the few players that has actually won this event series over 48 editions. No, wait, no, Q had never won? Oh, I really thought Q had won 1 or 2. My apologies. Q has had 3 finals, but never a win in the WardiTV Mondays. That's actually kind of a crazy stat as well, to be honest. Some pretty crazy notation there. Get ready to go into game number 2. In the bottom right-hand side, the blue Terran player is Cure. In the top left, our red Protoss player is Nightmare. Getting into Pylon. Game 2 of this best of 3. Back and forth just a little bit as we get ourselves probes patrolling, game setting up. Game number 2 coming into play. Nightmare got to be kicking himself a little bit. That was this was a game that was definitely in, a reasonable position for him, and he has 100% just let that slip away on his own accord, unfortunately. So, yeah. I mean, it was actually a very good start from Cura as well, the probe kills and everything, but he brought, Nightmare brought himself back beautifully. Only to kind of screw it up at the end again himself, unfortunately. Very, very unlucky. Friend of mine on the way up, Starport coming through. Got the Nexus about to finish up here. Take a few moments. And just settle down into second game. Okay, building along. Can you bring that through for now? Stopboard about to finish. Commands in the Widow Mine continuing through as well. Just gonna have the blink coming about, chrono boosting for now, warp gate coming in, the gateway building, probes building, a little bit of everything coming through for the moment, so we get set up and wait to see what will happen next. Medevac takes a little bit of a journey out onto the map, so we move over right away. The Lions burrow up, a couple of probes will take some damage. Going to shoot then, that medevac gets turned back for the moment, just going to get that push right back the other side for now. Getting chased away just initially, so again, going out the other way for the moment. Medevac gonna sit on the top side, just gonna hang around for a few moments then. Take a couple of bits of time to settle in still. Banshee tank, cloaking, all continuing through. Just gonna see the couple of factories coming up. Mech from QA. Ho ho ho. Don't see mech every day, but when you do, it's always a little bit fun. Excited to see what the plan becomes then from Nightmare to try and fight against mech in the PvT. I feel like everyone has a little bit of an idea what they want to do when they play against mech, but they're not 100% certain. A couple of Banshees coming around that right-hand side. Storm coming about, the charge on the way. The Observer just moves into the main base. The racks will lift off. And we'll see the couple of Banshees will make their way back over into the center. The High Templar is about to finish. Pack is going to swap on over to the Tech Lab. I'll put that in position. The couple of Banshees up around the left side as well, heading in toward that main base in the next few moments. Banshee's going to shoot. A couple of probes already dropping down. Again, a few shots of damage being done. Just for the moment, as we see 8 probes dropping. Make it 9 probes dropping. Stork's going to get there. Banshee's still being chased a little bit. A little bit of extra damage continuing through. The Banshees will go at the corner and go after that pylon. +1 vehicle weapons. Backfill accelerator, infernal pre-igniter. A little bit of everything coming through right now. Then just going to move across, going to land onto that position here. Prism down at the right-hand side, looking for the chance to get into the main. Obviously, mech is going to set up defensively. What's funky about this is it's very tank-focused mech. It's not super cyclone-heavy. You know, we don't have a ton of cyclones or anything just yet. No cyclones near the main base. So that Prism is safely able to get in. Storm drop. Only 5 SCVs, but then getting out once again. Armory continuing through for the moment. Cyclone does get rid of the prisms. The prism goes down. Damage done. Damage dealt. It's going to be having a few extra factories in the armory still coming about. The +2 vehicle weapons coming through also. Everything else continue to come over for now. Stalker joining up. Couple forges coming through. The prism going to finish very shortly as well. The observer again picked off. Seen a couple of those go down already. As Stalker Zealot on its own will not do it against the Blue Flame Hellbats. And the Cyclone's obviously able to chase with their lock-ons a little bit as well is also very nice. Loving that so far. Plane's gonna get there. Cyclone locking on. We've seen the Zealot Stalker down that side, continue to come across then, just for the moment. Journeying in and look to see what we can get done. A couple of Hellions driving by. Storm gonna drop straight down. The 1-1 upgrade is still being chrono boosted out as well, so just getting all of that coming through for the moment, bringing a lot of that into play. Zealot's actually going to head down the bottom here. A couple tank shots coming through. Zealot's going to get smacked. Drilling Claws coming about. +2 vehicle weapons and the plane all coming up. Hellion Cyclone in production. I mean, I like that we're adding on some Immortals here. Buffer up this army with Nightmare, but he's only got 1 on the way. This is first one. Hellions up here going to absolutely roast probes. Doesn't take long, but the way was decent to minimize the damage, if nothing else. More Cyclones producing through more now. Ooh, nice storm and a ton of good feedbacks onto the Banshees as well. Cyclone's coming back the other way. Cyclone locks in. Just gonna see a Stalker going down. So it's Immortal. 2-2 upgrades coming about as well. So again, just a little bit of everything coming through for now. As we see Kira actually get into the middle of the map, maxed out almost. And Nightmare's army's just not been going anywhere so far. Pushing up. I said it wasn't Cyclone heavy, by the way. He really took what I said and was like, you know what, Wardy, that's okay, because I was literally only building these 4 tanks you were talking about at that time. And then he built nothing but cyclones from that point on. Like, isn't that kind of disgusting? It's a pretty crazy way to make things work. What do I see? Are gonna go off, bang, 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 on some zealots and so. Some damage being dealt. Gonna be seeing the prism still locked onto, dropping the High Templar off. I just feel as though Nightmare's losing all the more important units. Maybe some more storms can help out. We've seen the Banshee still up in the skies. Those guys taking a bunch of damage earlier, but just getting repaired and brought back into the game is huge as well. Obviously, Banshee can do so much. The first Cyclone lock-ons try to come through, break some immortal barriers. It's pushing into that position I think is going to be very tough for Q as we scan for an Observer once more. He's been great at catching those this game. Already talked about it a couple of times. There's more Cyclones. Liberate coming about. The Banshees gonna go after all the High Templar there, so that's those knocked down. It's the Immortals that I think are becoming an issue now. They're going to be a little bit more of a challenge to break through. I mean, they're very tanky units. There's actually just no anti-air here, though, so what if the Banshees just go after Immortals? Stalkers are going to warp in. Are we getting hit in the pylon? No, we just back away. No Observer, though. There's an Observer available, it's just not in the front. It's a nice storm onto the first bit of army that moves up there. The army that's been on the right side looking to maybe counterattack now from Nightmare. He's going to come into this base of Q, who has basically no defense at home. He's been maxed for a while. Reinforcements are just across the map. So he's going to pull back and try to deal with this, sending what is still, to be fair, a fairly mobile army. And Pylon is not difficult to get back through. As you can see, just step back and he's going to be here already. Stalker's getting chased out. Obviously, some probes went down, but SCV's taking return fire from this run-by attempt. As the Liberator and tanks left behind will not have a great time. A lot of damage onto those, and they get cleaned up easily. Oh, to be fair, was some decent damage still done to the Protoss army. Banshee's just having an absolutely monstrous game. They are just all over and just being so annoying. Every time I see them, they're being, like, you know, pretty much just straight up incredible. Finally getting shot down by a few Stalkers there in the end. As we have the Liberators, the Cyclones continue through. The Pylon is about to go down. +3 vehicle weapons finishing. Liberators on the way. Advanced ballistics coming in. Now we get those Stalkers. Just going to go through the refinery. Going to go through the engineering bay perhaps. Missile turret as well. Just going to see a couple Cyclones still locking on. And these Cyclones are going to go chasing a bunch of these Stalkers down. Stalkers taking a whole ton of damage. Bang, 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 bang. Man, some of these Cyclone lock-ons at the end were great, but QA loses a lot of supply. And his supply is going to be a lot more difficult to replace, unfortunately. The tank still builds through Nexus on the way from Nightmare. It's the center. Zealots coming across. Another Widowmine looking to fire too. +3 vehicle plating coming about. Tank Liberator building. Hellions on the way. Widowmine going to connect in on a few Zealots. Can Nightmare break this into his favor? And Tank Lib, Hellion continue to come through for the moment. Continue to bring this up and online. Step straight across. It's going to be seen. I think defensively, generally Q should still be okay, and that's what you're kind of seeing. He's winning that fight comfortably. That's just when you're set up defensively, you're going to have obviously a very good scenario for yourself against, you know, when a Protoss is attacking into you, and we saw, like I say, exactly that playing out right there. Liberator's tank and the +3 vehicle plane still coming through. A few Hellions on the way up as well. Tank Lib coming about. The Cyclone on the way. See the army from Nightmare still gathering in the center. Almost gets picked off. Tank sieging. Albert, Cyclone Lib. I mean, the Liberators are an issue if you can't get through them, and obviously blinking underneath them when the tanks support them is a pretty painful feeling or kind of prospect right now, so Nightmare does not love that idea in general. With the Sense Tower going down, Zealot on the Watchtower. Libs plus 3 vehicle plating coming by. Just going to have ourselves the couple of tank shots onto the Stalkers. Libs will siege up. Nice Lib siege. Just going to see the Hellbats pushing through for the moment. Underneath, Liberator is taking some additional damage. You're going to see those going down, so the attack on the main base might be a problem. And now you see Nightmare actually striking as Pure tries to pull back home to defend, basically. Going straight over, just going to be seeing a couple tanks still putting some work in. The Immortals firing away. Recall out from the main finally. Nightmare is going to be forced back by Cure in the end. Took a little while to get there, but we do get there. That's the important thing to note. Stalker Immortal firing through. We blink up. Tank goes down. Just going to be seeing the 3-3 upgrades continue to come about as well. Hellion, Liberator, Banshee, Cyclone still gathered up, pushing through. A couple more of those Liberators going to get siege. The High Templar looking for the Storm. On the other side, Storm actually missing the Liberators, which is a big deal. Because this Liberator count is the problem. And Nightmare's never really teched up to deal with the Libs. It's just Stalkers. That's his way of dealing with the Libs right now. He's mobbing in more Stalkers across the map. He's continuing to aim for the idea of, I'm going to attack around your army and absolutely not into your army. And obviously by knocking down this main base, he can put Kira into a troublesome position. That right now, 100% is the goal. That is the aim as we pull back over. The Stalkers continue to retreat away. Maybe able to get rid of that prism would be nice. This base is going down. Nightmare's started to work around the right-hand side of the map, so he's going to have a lot of bases elsewhere to really kind of look back on and kind of hold out on in general, so that should help a lot. Libs flying through. Cyclone's going to step up. 11, 12, 13 SCVs all going down. We'll see extra Libs sieging as well. Again, Hellion Cyclone continue to build up. Just going to be seeing the Immortal. Again, blasted back also. Now this base over here in trouble as we see a bunch of those probes also dropping. It's a lot of workers going down right now. Big damage done on both sides, like 43 to 42 workers. There's not a lot of money banked up. Resource lost in this game has been actually very even. I almost feel, though, I worry for Cure because I feel like his army needs to rebuild more than Nightmare's does. I actually think when it comes down to some of these final trades, Cure is the one that needs to forcify, rebuild, and kind of go again. I'm not sure if he can get rid of this force of Nightmare right now, which is full of Immortals, bunch of Stalkers. The Liberator is not in good numbers anymore either. Maybe coming in from both sides. The Hellbat's going to try and just do their thing and just tank a little bit, give the Cyclones a chance to play cleanup in this game. And even the Hellbats are melting away right now as Cure's supply plummeting. Finally, the Liberators make a bid to get on top of this army, but that's not going to be good enough either. And GG is called as Cure will not have enough in the end. Nightmare will take game 2. We'll tie this 1-1. We'll take this victory. GG. Alright, game number 3 coming up. As soon as the players want to host us the no +2 in Lib range. Seemed to get a little bit too hectic to get back at that kind of whole setup, huh? It's unfortunately not quite good enough in the end. Maybe some missile turrets around the edge of the main base, like just something to deal with some of these prisms. I feel like if you don't get pulled back by the prism so much, you really have a much... Obviously, you have a better time, right? But I actually think that was kind of a game-changing amount of damage that was done in that situation. Counting down, guys. Counting down. Ready to go in a moment or two. Let's do this. In the top left-hand side, it's 1-1. Winner gets to play against Hero in today's WardiTV Monday 48 finals. I wonder if Kyo just didn't really intend on being as Liberator heavy as he ended up being, right? I think it's a fairly realistic way to look at it. Gate probe. Coming about. So, Magnatha, we come on through. Just gonna be seeing the Cybercore. Orbital and the Marine coming by. Got ourselves settled up. See what happens in this one. Oh, sorry for my little low energy, guys. My brain's a bit frazzled today. It's been a big day of trying to sort stuff out and organize things. If you're here early, you heard my whole story about it, but it's not really that interesting to tell again. Just been organizing stuff, been working all day. And hence, just a little tired. Still enjoying some games with us though. The Marine gonna step out onto the map to begin with here, so a little bit of movement, a little bit of journeying. Get settled for some early stages. Trying to see what we can do. Cycle on the Marine coming about. Noticing the Gateway, the Twilight Council coming by as well. Stalker and the Warp Gate continuing to build. So far, so good. This nation gonna check to the upper left-hand side to look to see what we can maybe do with that. As the Cyclone gets in, gonna hit the hallucination just a little bit here. And we'll see the couple of Marines going after hallucination still for a few moments, looking for a little bit more value. There's the medevac, the barracks, a couple of SCVs coming about as well. Cyclone the Marines heading down to the bottom. Just going to be seeing our unit probe running across the map. See what the Cyclone Marine drop does from Q as he heads into this main base in the next couple of moments. Okay, unloading the corner. Stalker's here to meet you. The Stalker shots kind of get spread between Marines and the Cyclone, but we get back to the battery and the mineral line. Nicely done. And Stim halfway done. Marine tank medevac on the way. A couple of barracks still building online. Let's get set up here as the medevac heads to the upper left-hand side. The gateway's going to finish. Temple Archives coming through. See the tank hitting the probe. And yeah, extra gates continuing by for the moment. Just getting all of those up and online. How's the Cyclone able to get a kill? That's a lot of SCVs that are going to pull from Q, so he's just going to commit to this on the 2 bases. 11 army supply lead for him right now. Immortal on the way out. That's a great defensive unit from Nightmare. Obviously has the blink for these Stalkers. Sees the SCV, starts to work on them for free. Obviously has that blink away if needed. SCV's going down. A couple tanks on the Cyclone. Pulling back a little further. Marine tank continuing through. A couple force fields down. We're going to stim at this. Good force fields again. The tank's not going to be sieging quickly at all here. Recalling the Stalkers in the middle of the map as we're going to try and target down batteries. Took the tanks forever to siege, and that's what we're worrying for here as the Stalkers get the jump onto said siege tanks. Stalkers taking a lot of damage. Just going to be seeing the Marines continue to fight. 13 SCVs going down. More of those Marines taking damage as well. Just going to be seeing a little bit more Marine tank coming through as well here. And pushed back for the moment. SCVs and Marines still gathered together. Barracks coming up, tank, Marine, all on the way through. Scopes come fighting in again. The Marines take a little bit more damage once more, so we get a few more shots off. Good job done by the Stalkers there to, again, try and hold this off. But is it enough? This is game 3. It's super intense right now. Cure. Trying to push a bit further forward. That's going to be a battery going down. Stalker's going to get around the back again. Not the first time Nightmare's made this play. Looking to shut off the reinforcements. Trying to weaken this push, man. The Archons, the Immortals. These are units you don't want to mess with realistically right now as Cure, but he's going to have to mess with them to some extent. The combat heal will be nice. Going to have a couple hundred HP addition into this army very soon, especially if you're going to just keep those Marines alive from some of the splash. Battery going down, the Marines stepping through, the Stalkers taking some damage. Probe still taking some hits as well here, as we are going to be seeing ourselves jumping into the bunkers. So it's getting after these couple of siege tanks, and this is the breakout that Nightmare's looking for. I think it's good. Reinforcements showing up from Cure. Obviously a little late to the main breakout, but maybe he can still save the day. It's those Archons and the Immortals. They are still freaking low. But they're alive, right? One of them went down now. The other one goes down. That was the target, but it takes so much time to get rid of an Archon in these situations. So a lot of the Zealots just melting away, but that's also a lot of low HP Marines, which are really stringing together this entire army. It looks like Nightmare is about to take himself to the finals of a WardiTV Monday. This is a crazy run. Rogue, ByuN, Cure. Like, bro, you be a hero in this final, and this is a freaking gauntlet of players you've knocked down. It already has been, but chance to go one further. Marines actually going to punish the Stalkers blinking through. Nightmare may not want to get too excited too quickly. Take a couple moments, calm it down. Storm, Marines, the tank will continue to come about as well for a moment. The Stalkers get turned away. Again, the Storm finishing soon. Battery about to finish. Extra probes coming about. Marines in the siege tank. The medevac as well will regather. This is the third time we're pulling the boys this game. Cure's running out of boys, man. Like, this is a kind of a low-key, pathetic level boy pull. Tell you what, Cure is ramming down our throats just these units. Like, he is just really coming up with whatever he can. The difference is now Nightmare's army is a bit more quality focused with Storm available. Oh, that's going to describe exactly what Storm will do in this game. The tanks will go down. The Marines are already shattered and broken. And as we push on through, this is going to be an army that will push in, look for victory, and claim everything we needed. GG, Nightmare 2, Cure 1. And that's going to be the result to send Nightmare into the finals against Hero. It's going to be a PvP, guys, but how can you not be excited for a Nightmare who has retired earlier this year and is now fighting back in full force? To make it kind of clear, Nightmare's best ever result in a WardiTV Monday, semifinals twice. September 2024 in Edition 4 and then Edition 12. He's not been to the round of 4 since November. Since Edition 12, 36 editions of this event later, he's now in the finals. And the way he's playing, maybe I even give him half a shot against Hero. Guys, I'll be one moment. We'll come back. Our finals best of 5 coming up next. Hello, guys. Finals coming up, PvP Nightmare Hero, finals of the WardiTV Monday today. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you all. Appreciate you all being here as we hop into Last Fantasy. Interesting map to start us off on, but it's PvP. Let's see what happens. Final match of the day. In the bottom left-hand side, blue Protoss player is Nightmare. Taking on Hero on the right. Inti-cam on. And let's enjoy the games a little bit, guys. Looking forward to seeing how we round things out. Seeing what happens. Chronobus and that Nexus. Gateway is on the way and gets settled down here. The early few moments. A couple of gates coming up on either side. We will see the assimilators coming through. Yeah, Cybercore coming about, Pylons coming in, and Probes coming in as well. Let's get settled down here as we take a few moments. I actually have no idea what to expect of this map or this matchup in Last Fantasy, to be honest, but I guess we will see shortly. As you see the Stalker and the Sentry coming about, it's going to get ourselves settled on in. Sentry and the Stalker moving over, and next is coming about. A little bit of time to settle into place here. Have that Nexus finishing up. Hallucination taking a few shots of damage. Twilight Council will continue to build into play here. Get that going. And we have that Twilight Council on both sides of the map, so we are going to see pretty similar setups. Stalker Sentry for Stalker Sentry. A little bit of difference on the numbers, but the general concept, the general idea here is really solid throughout right now. Blink building through. Twilight Battle complete. Couple Stalkers on the way. Get all of that brought up as the hallucination morphs. Those couple Stalkers going to get that hallucination taking damage right off the bat. I like that we got a bit of Blink on Blink to start us off. Always fun to see the Blink Micro Wars. See the challenge that kind of creates for the players. Excited to see what the idea becomes here as the Gateway gets into position. Pile on the Blink coming through. A couple of Stalkers still setting up. Blink going to be done very shortly. And those extra gates come by. Next is Pylon and the assimilator building up. Let's have the probes continue to scout about on the mapping. Nexus into the center here from Nightmare. So Hero has the gateway on the map. He's absolutely rallying into some aggression right now, and he's ready to attack into Nightmare very shortly. Game Blink finishing very, very soon. A few Stalkers and a couple Sentries continuing into play as well. And we will just have this force ready. Push forward the Sentries. Pop that Guardian Shield up. We do begin to take this fight. Go back and forth. Just going to be seeing the Sentry going down. The Stalker Sentry in general getting pushed away. I'll pull back just a little bit. The Robo Facility almost ready to finish up here. Giving us a little bit more defensive potential for Nightmare, who so far holding on to that third, but Hero's not done yet. Stalkers blink straight up, so Hero knows he wants to get things done, and we knew that as well. The entire setup looks like that. And obviously this faster third base from Nightmare invites Hero into being the aggressor. Immortal on the way from Nightmare, but do we survive that long? Defending this third may come at a heavy, heavy cost. It might even be game defining, because at this stage, we're not really saving much of anything. Nightmare starts a Dark Shrine. He's going to recognize the deficit he's going to end up in, because as his third goes down, Hero takes his own. And that is going to be absolutely huge. Stalkers get in, the Immortal. We want to get taken out. Extra Stalkers fighting. Continue to trade here for the moment as we just have ourselves Hero having a little too much right now. Nightmare really believed in the ability to get into a deeper macro-focused game. Robo Facility gets depowered. Little extra gates coming up. We see the Dark Shrine coming through. Hero takes game number 1 of this best of 5 series. Our 11-time victor of the Monday Cup. Looking for number 12, put another series or tournament win between himself and MaxPax in the rankings. Put himself one close to catching up Clem. If that was to happen, that really would be something a little bit wild. So you're ready up for this next game in just a second. Nightmare hosting. Should be in game very shortly. Talking coming through. Alright, countdown wraps up. We are going to get going. We're going to kick off in just a second, guys. Thank you so much for joining us here. In the bottom left side, it is going to be our Blue Protoss player, Nightmare. He's down a game against Hero. In the top right-hand corner, the aggressive Blink Stalker route was the route for him, and it was the route of success in that game 1. Okay, we're coming down, settle ourselves in. Simulator gonna get put into place as well. Let's just get that straight on the go. So yeah, probe stepping out again. Next is in the gateway simulator as well. Continue to come through for the moment. Probe coming about. I'm just going to be getting in here. Take a few moments. That next is about to finish. Cybercore still coming through. And a couple of adepts coming about. Warp gate coming online. We get set up here for the moment. So actually goes after that probe for a second, trying to find a little bit of opportunity. And next is coming through the warp gate building next. As the Stalker Chrono boosts out and the probe will get chased away for a couple of moments. So again, a little bit of action taking place right there. Take a few moments to settle up against it. Gateway halfway done. The next is still building from Nightmare. Probe, Sentry, and the warp gate. Building as we speak. As the couple of adepts still try and find their way across. See, that's all going down. The Stalker here just going to go after this Adept as well. It's going to try and find a little extra as we actually do go for some probes. And Nightmare gets a single one, but that is really the end of this Adept aggression, so nothing truly gained from that just yet. Probably the end of it for the moment. Stalker Chrono Boost now done in a moment. Stargate building, Twilight Council building. And a little bit of everything coming through right now as our Nexus is about to finish. So we'll hit the Adept as the Stargate looks to finish soon. Twilight Council about to complete. The Sentry in the Probes building. The Blink on the way as well. Got a lot of that coming through for the moment here as our Sentries regather to the low ground. Twilight Council not far from being done. The station gets into the main. The Stalker's going to shoot. The Oracle is on the way. Blink is not far from being done. Hallucination escaping away, and fun to see the extra Oracle being added on here by Hero. Give himself a chance to add some more stasis wards, but honestly, double Oracle as well can obviously be aggressive once more, so I feel like that's also an option you're looking at as Hero. As you add this into play, you definitely kind of bring that factor into your kind of options once more. Oracle finishing soon. Blink on both sides. The Blink going to finish from Nightmare. Diddle 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 diddle. Nice little stasis ward. Gonna catch the hallucination probe. That's not something you see every day. Hallucinated probe stasis. Wow, this is actually extremely effective from Nightmare. He has popped so many of the stasis wards. He is nullifying so much of the Oracle defense that's being built up right now. There's one stasis left. He's going to walk into it still, isn't he? No! Oh my god, he turned! Oh my god, he still gets away from it! No! He kind of blinks away from it in the end, gets the battery kill. 2 Stalkers left behind. I was going to say, after he popped so many, it would have been cruel to see him get half his army stuck in the stasis. He was so close to walking into it twice over. He was actually very lucky this was not a worse scenario. Sentry's going to show up for the Guardian Shield and Force Fields. Stalkers get stuck in for Hero, and he doesn't have Blink yet, so his Stalkers are in trouble. Nightmare is knocking on the third base door, and he is sat there outside waiting to blast everything on the other side. I mean, Blink is finally done for Hero. Finally, you can trade better here, but Nightmare opening the timing window. His next is going to be later in this game, and this so far is a tale of whoever builds that third later and attacks is having a good time. Now, this is not as convincing as it was for Hero in the previous game, as Nightmare, a few more probe kills here will reset the worker count to being equal. Now we question, what else can these Stalkers still get done? We get rid of both the Oracles, so that's another factor that we're going to reset from this game. A lot of these Stalkers from Hero are low, and they're starting to go down, as I think the numbers are still just here for Nightmare to be competitive into a 1-1 scoreline. Extra Stalker showing up, blinking back still, not getting overly aggressive, afraid of the stages that could still be there as well, which is not a bad thing to be doing. And yeah, he is still absolutely controlling this. Just keep on Blink microing effectively, and Nightmare is going to keep himself on track right now as these Stalkers still taking some damage. A few more Stalkers going down. Damage being done, probes dropping. So many Stalkers low HP from Hero. We are not long for this world, Hero. Not in this game, too. Nightmare is really playing well today, honestly. I mean, there's not much else to say than that. There's an energy recharge, but so many Stalkers are low. But target firing Stalkers that can't get healed anyway now as they warp in as well. We drain the battery of energy, too. It just didn't matter. It helped, for sure, but it's not going to be the difference maker that Hero needed it to be. He needed this battery to buy him time to save his third base. Without a third base, this game is not realistically within grasp anymore. That dropped down. Gate's still setting up. Stalkers still trying to come through. The probes pull in. The couple Stalkers pulling back still. +2 attack on the way. Charge is going to finish very shortly. One more Stalker going down. We continue to press up at the front. Charge will finish very soon here. Got that +2 attack upgrade coming in from Hero still. Stalkers continue to fight into the natural. A couple gates all more thin. Zealots building, +2 attack on the way through. Stalkers going to jump into that. We are going to be seeing those Stalkers still dropping. A couple of Zealots will be there. I mean, Hero has a +1 upgrade, and he's on his way to a +2 upgrade. There's a world, but maybe upgrades save him if he can fight long enough and he keeps enough stuff alive. But realistically, he's just down half the worker count as well, right? Maybe that world is not actually a reality, but it is one thing that's definitely helped Hero to somewhat stay alive in this. Obviously, charge lots coming through now, very effective. They're going to be an absolute pain in the butt to get through for Hero. I mean, they're just super tanky. You can see Hero's just going to GG out. Nightmare's on his way to a 4th base and everything else apart from upgrades, basically. GG. And we are going to be tied 1-1. Okay. Nightmare's playing so well, man. Honestly, if he wins this, this is such a sick run. Like, his run was disgusting. 2-1 Rogue, 2-0 ByuN, 2-1 Cure, and then he would be obviously facing Hero and taking him down as well. Like, that is a run of champions, man. It gets me super excited to see Nightmare playing in the group stage of the Summer Championship this week. Nightmare's been on one a little bit lately. It's kind of crazy. He's just popped back up out of nowhere, man. Wild. Alrighty. Go. We count down into game number 3. These players want to keep it going. It's late in career, so we keep this action rolling out. See what happens. Sub rotating sphere. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. You have on the top left, tying it up. Our Blue Protoss player Nightmare. Against Hero. Our Red Protoss in the bottom right. Great series. All of the aggressive plays getting benefiting so far. It's lovely to see. I think that's always kind of a fun vibe, isn't it, when the aggressors really kind of succeed, you know? Those attacks get pulled off, the attacks... And you got the defender who's just trying to hang on in there for dear life and honestly doing an extremely good job of it, and it's just not enough, you know? Very, very fun. As the probe chrono boosting out on this Nexus. We get this game 3 well underway. Well, simulators coming up and online. Double gateways once again. Probably snibbling away. Cybercore going to be done in a moment or two. They're entering the warp gate building for the next couple of moments. So we get all of this rolling right now. What's up? SMS alert, how you doing? 3-month resub, good to see you. Thank you very much indeed. Alan going down, just having the couple of stalkers in the warp gate. All building up for the moment. So we get that brought through. Now you're having a couple of sentries nibbling up at the rocks. Drop a battery into the front. Nexus coming online. So far, so good. And Nexus will finish very shortly. Popping at the sentry. Nice little bit of aggression from Hero. Aggressors really have been the superstars so far in this series today. Will that keep up in this game 3 now? Is obviously going to be our big question. Blink building, Twilight Council coming through. And that Blink building, Robo facility coming through for the moment, so you continue to settle that down. Seeing that simulator coming through for a moment. A couple of probes on the way in, a couple of depths chilling on that right hand side. Depths will shade out. And yeah, just push on up. Try and get over here. The Stalker is obviously going to intercept them. So nice catch from Nightmare. Going to deny that from Hero. His Adepts will not be able to do much. Well, this one actually does get to Shade still. He didn't chase it right to the corner, to be fair. Probably wouldn't have killed the second Adept. As the Nexus and Blink. So third base from Nightmare. Hero a little bit faster on Blink. Just 2 gateways still, but he's going to drop a Nexus as well. So no extra gates and no aggression is the main takeaway here for Hero. He's going to settle us down a little. Then for this game number 3. All tied up in this best of 5 finals. Blink finishing on both sides. The gates and the Robo facility coming up. Bring that all straight through. The Stalkers will be in position. Stalkers in a couple of sentries will gather still. We're just going to be having the gates continue to come about. The Forge coming through. Continue to get settled with the Rest of the Stalker's pulling back just a little bit, so we pull back a little further here. Just going to see the Stalkers get on top of the Adept. That will go down. The Hallucination going to pop up and head down to the bottom right as well. It's going to journey straight across. Obviously, scouting information going to be very noteworthy throughout this. Those extra gates coming through. Charge and the +1. Building on in for the moment. Batteries on the way from Hero. Couple of Stalkers hitting the Hallucination. Blinks down. Gets the Hallucination. Not bad at all. The Hallucination continues to move about then for a couple of moments. So we pull over. It's going to be seen again. The upgrades all kicking in. Chrono boost here and there. Popping around. Again, Prism will finish, charging the +1 coming up as well. Now Stalker in the Sentry still trying to step on by. It's good defense up on the high ground from Nightmare. Whoa, Nightmare goes blinking in, he believes! Here we go, Immortals. Immortals! Getting killed off, Nightmare with the jump, and Nightmare with the kills right now. Stalker's taking a ton of damage, additional Zealots warping in. Charge and +1. Going to be finishing very soon as the Robo Bay is halfway done. Stalker's still chasing up. The other Stalker's taking damage. And this realistically is just Nightmare with way too much. +1 finished as well for him. And just the belief in jumping on those Immortals. That Prism needs to be super careful. Well, that's not being super careful. Turn back into it. The blink back absorbs an entire wave of Stalker shots. Do we have the power to keep going through here as Nightmare? Can he just close the game out right here and right now? Obviously is the question mark as we see shots continue to come about. Just going to see a few more Zealots warping in as well, so continue to bring that straight through, readying this push forward. Zealots jumping into the batteries. Stalker still flanking, Zealots still taking damage. And a bunch of probes pulling in, and they're going to get scrapping with those Zealots as well. I mean, Hero is just hanging on for dear life. Nightmare is about to be up 2-1 in this best-of-5 finale of WardiTV Mondays 48. Looking for his first ever win, looking to deny Hero his 12th. Nightmare is on the verge of kind of shocking, I think, a lot of people, honestly. I think he's on the verge of shocking a lot of people. Stephanie for map 4. Let's host this up and get this going. Into map 4 we go. Nightmare leads 2-1, one map away from a finals victory. Let's see what happens. Bottom left-hand corner, the blue Protoss player, Nightmare, is going to be up 2-1 and a map away from taking down Hero. That Protoss on the top left-hand side. What's the Eligulac say about these guys recently? What's their recent history? Genuinely curious. Nightmare did beat Hero the second to most recent time they played, when Hero played Terran in the Leo League Cup in October of 2024. They obviously played once recently, which was the Summer Championship just a few days ago even. Hero getting that one 2-0 over Nightmare. And they've just not played since, man. But, like I say, the last time they played PvP before that was in WardiTV Monday 6 in the round of 8. Wow, that's actually kind of crazy. I guess Nightmare really stopped playing in a lot of these, and like I say, stopped pushing StarCraft a lot. See what happens in this map 4 now. As we get this one underway here on Persephone. Nexus quickly from Heroes. He's going to go for the 1-gate expand now while down in this series. On the other side, obviously, Nightmare is 2-gating. And I wonder if he thinks of getting aggressive here, or if he's just going to take a later expand of his own. A chrono boost on a Stalker. Hero looks to prep himself in the early stages. I see the Stargate coming down. Take a couple of moments here to get settled as the Stalker and get the probes. The Stargate obviously helps you out a lot defensively, but it is after the Nexus. Nexus just comes comes in though from Nightmare. And Twilight, Nexus, Sentry, and So coming straight in. Step gonna try for some probes, but the battery does a lot of work here to help as the Stalkers stop this from doing too much else just now. Again, Blink building through. All gate's about to finish, couple more probes completing up. And do have the hallucination you're going to be stepping toward the main base. So again, Blink on both sides of the map. We get that going. Stalker's going to get there and the hallucination gets chased away. So yeah, hallucination gets pushed out over to the right side. 2 more gateways building from Hero as well. A couple Stalkers in the center. He's going to be the hallucination taking damage already. So the Stalker's hitting the hallucination. It's going to fade away. The Blink about to complete here. About halfway done on the side of Hero. So just chrono boosting that through. Hallucination still moving about. Nexus coming across for the moment as well. Continue to get that on the way. Just having the couple Stalkers hitting at that hallucination. Getting some damage done. We've seen the hallucination still moving about. Robo facility coming through, the gateway coming by. The Blink is about to finish. Hallucination will fall as you just see the Robo facility Nexus. Couple of probies continuing by as well. The Stalker's going to get there. And we just have Nexus, Robo facility, Forge all continue to come through for the moment. So again, a little bit of everything for now. This really is the macro game, right? 3 bases each. Neither player really kind of looking to really poke into the other two heavily. We're going to have a much more kind of consolidated game here between the guys. As a little bit of aggression pops up on that right-hand side. Now the Stalker's pushing up to the top. Nightmare as well wanders into this location. Stalkers on Stalkers. Actually going to see a few of those beginning to drop right off the bat. Not bad, but Nightmare does come out hurting a little bit. But he actually killed 5 pros, which he kind of needed to do. So he gets in and gets some needed damage. Now retreats home. 3 workers behind, even upgrade timings. A little bit of a difference on what the next step is on the armies. One guy, Nightmare, going for the Immortal, whereas Hero going for the charge. Alan drops down over to the far right side. Gates building up. Probe and the Observer coming through. Bring this online for the moment. So Stalker really will just go after those rocks, so again, a little bit more damage to be dealt here. Let's have the Temple Archives building in. The extra gate's coming about, a couple of Zealots still coming through as well, so again, a little bit of everything on the way here. In these early stages still, if the fourth Nexus is coming down, there's still a wide open game. As I could say, both players are playing a little differently than you might expect early on. So let's head up that left-hand side. We'll be seeing the Prism, the +2 attack coming about. Again, just the +2 in the charge coming about here. We are going to have the cannon building Archon coming through. Army from Hero heading down to the bottom right side currently, so heading straight across there. Here's supply looking good, by the way. 100 to 80 on the arm counts. But Nightmare has... I want to say I feel like he should have had the Tech Hero army, but he only has that one Immortal. Has an Archon of his own. Don't know if there's just a bit too much army supply to ask him to kind of recover from at the moment. Defensively, obviously, it helps out. You know, the fact he's going to be the defender here. Garden Shield helped a little bit as well. So Count is going to be in trouble. This is not a winning fight for Nightmare. He doesn't have the splash damage his opponent has. The fact that Hero has these Archons means he is absolutely shredding through the Zealots. And so Nightmare just has no real way to kind of counteract that. His one Archon did not last at all. And he's going to counterattack with a few Zealots, but that's pretty much all he will get done at the moment. Just the Prism floats about overhead. A few more Warpins coming through. Zealot's still diving in. The Stalkers and the Archons taking some more damage. Another Zealot going down. Stalker still being hit. Prism continue to kite away over to the left-hand side and unload back in the main. Nightmare says GG. Hero says let's go game 5. And we have one final map coming up here in this grand final. Hero getting it done with a big shove. See what comes up next. Alright, just gonna see Maganatha gonna be the final map to play this out on. Can Nightmare get it done? There are only, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different players who have ever won a WardiTV Monday. That number's growing, by the way. To make it clear, a bunch of these players really started kind of showing up over the last few months. This tournament was completely dominated by, you know, ByuN and Shin won 1 and 2, and then Clem, MaxPax won the next 7. Trap won 1. That was his only one. Clem and MaxPax won a few. Hero won 1. And then it was the Clem MaxPax show for a long time. Then it was the Hero Clem show. And then we had a little run of ByuN coming back. Classic, Firefly. Took one, unfortunately. Showtime won 1 against Clem not long ago as well. But following the series. Following this kind of Monday kind of storyline that we get from these guys playing frequently. Can Nightmare put himself in the Monday history books? The blue Protoss player is Nightmare in the bottom right. He's against Hero. Maganatha, it's been a fun series. Lots of aggression still, really. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-boom. Gonna go back to 2 gateways versus 2 gateways here, so losing that kind of aspect of this for the moment. The cyber core coming about, the gate getting going. Cyber core about to finish. The probes coming in on both sides. Couple stalkers in the warp gate building up. Probes gonna nibble at some other probes. I see the probe taking the watchtower. We'll hang around for a couple moments here. Sentries coming about. Warp gates building. Everything is calm. Expansion focused. No one getting super aggro just yet. Stalker gonna ping. I see a little bit of a poke forward. Obviously, a lot of hallucinations in here, pulling back. Sentry's in trouble. Getting blocked by their own units. Good force fields. Great force fields by Nightmare. Holy. Gets the Stalker for his efforts as well. That was a really good set of force fields because those sentries were in trouble and actually were having issues getting away as well. The force fields made it perfectly so you could actually trap a Stalker and keep his units alive. Really nicely done. Okay, depth on the other side gets a couple of probes. Nightmare counter does pretty well for itself initially. Stalker Center is still gathering up, just taking a few steps in to the fight. For a couple of moments. Sentry's taking some more damage, shots coming through. I'm going to see that one Stalker in return taking some damage as well. We go back and forth, one more Stalker going down, a couple sentries in trouble. Another sentry going down. The robot facility finishing soon. Again, the blink is going to build from Nightmare, so we're going to get that going. Hero lost a lot of units here, and maybe Nightmare has a little bit of poking potential. Not the shortest of maps to go running across to the other side. The couple of Adepts trying to work their way around the right. Forge and Robo Facility still coming. That Robo Facility just now done. The Observer Start cancelled from Hero. Goes Immortal instead. He's a bit afraid about the damage that might be coming his way, so he tries to get a unit that's going to help him out a little bit more rather than the unit that will give him more info. And drop a recall to get units back home, but the Adepts are in the main, so maybe they can get a couple probes. Those probes kind of ran the wrong way at first, and the Adepts are going to get through and get rid of a couple of workers. He has 2, 3 workers going down, and the Adepts going to shade back to the other side. Maybe we actually get a catch on them here. Some of the units turned around quickly enough. That Adept does get targeted first, does go down. Blink finishing shortly, as you have the +1 attack coming through as well. Couple more units getting warped in. Let's get settled for a few moments. Stalker's still pressing up, and we are going to step into this natural. I want Immortal. Ooh, gets pinged instantly. Good job pinging. Force Field's come down. We have the Guardian Shield maybe from Nightmare, if that's what he feels like is his better option here. Hero's walked quite far back. He could Force Field as well. The Immortal out or in. That works too. Gets on it before the batteries are done. Probe's obviously dealing some damage. Will tank some shots. The Stalkers come through from Hero. New Immortal shows up for him as, oh, we're going to dive on that as well. Battery starts to do its thing, and we are just, oh my god, double diving. I do not like it. I think that's a throw from Nightmare. Going a little bit too deep, a little bit too huge, as on the other side, Hero is going to make fun of these probes that are unprotected. Stalkers trying to rescue themselves. Ah, that one got stuck. Left behind and died in the background. Oof. Oof. More Stalkers will in. The Adepts take some more damage. We have a few more hits. Continue to come through right there as the shots come around. We have ourselves more Prism and +1 attack coming in as well. A couple of Stalkers still taking a few more shots. Another Immortal just going to get pinged on. That's a little bit of damage being done. Stalkers get there. Pylon goes down. Just going to be seeing our +1 attack finishing through. Couple more Stalkers going back the other way. Twilight Council, Gateway coming up as well. There's 4 extra gates all building through at the moment, just bringing those straight up. Observer will come from the Robo facility. All about a complete Resonating Glaive start. The +1 armor upgrade builds through as well. There is the probe, dropping the pylon down. Your Adepts will just be walking in right there as the Stalkers take a step forward, knocking down the gateway of Nightmare. It's looking rough for Nightmare as Hero has the +1 on his way to an armor upgrade too, and he's obviously adding the Glaive to Adepts in to be a massive frontline buffer. Nightmare's army supply isn't even competitive to maybe just stand up against this right away. Like, he's just behind that dive onto that second Immortal when it showed up. Like, his commitment was just not good. That was not the sort of commitment you want to be making. And that is definitely the problem that's come around. Focus Adepts and Immortals. Heading down to the south, we will see Glaives finishing up shortly. Just going to see the armor upgrade. Next is coming through 6 additional Adepts warping in the main base from Hero. Person taking a few shots of damage. We step out, we recall. Adepts going to go after those probes. Stalkers blinking across. The Glaved Adepts are about to be very powerful, but they're not Glaved yet. Is that going to matter with the upgrade lead and the Immortals? I mean, they're definitely throwing away a lot of Adepts right now. Going to threaten the main base. With this shade, the Prism in the main goes down, so that's the end of that, and Hero could not really have taken much worse of a fight. That's definitely going to give Nightmare a little bit of a road back into this, honestly, for the moment. It's a pretty big deal. Just going to see the Adepts continue to shade around. Prism coming about, Stalkers on the way. Head up the right-hand side as the Prism continues to go over for the moment. So again, steps being made for now. Away we go. Prism taking a few more shots. Just going to be seeing the Stalkers pushing back a little. Let's see the Stalkers continue to drop through. Just continue to push a little bit. Seeing the army still trying to fight there. Ooh. Server going down. Nightmare. Trying to make things happen. You can't hate it, right? He's losing a lot of probes. He's got to make something happen. What's Hero doing? Recalling, finally, making a decision at least. I mean, that's better than doing nothing at all. He split up a little bit. Oh, Nightmare. He'd seen the Prism on the other side. He might be able to blink on that or so. Maybe that could have been a play. Jumping into the main base. Just, again, trying to cause chaos. But these Immortals actually chasing him down aggressively, and it's working out. Nightmare's going to try and warp in on this position, but it's not going to be enough. Hero is winning this fight and this war. The Prism is still alive. Can save that Immortal? I cannot because the Prism went down. It actually got too close. Should have stayed away a little bit as double army supply, 14 worker lead, upgrade lead as well. I'm going to say goodbye to the Prism of Nightmare. These last few Stalkers are in trouble. Some units from across the map that were dealing with those Adepts try to show up and help out a little bit now as well. Not sure if it's going to really do much else from here just yet. Stalker's still taking an absolute beating right now, so damage is still being found. Sentry, I'm gonna get grabbed. It's gonna be a nice little grab for the moment as well. GG gets cold, and Hero is gonna take the 120 to 46 supply and the 3-2 for his 12th Monday victory. Congratulations, Hero. Hey guys, I'm gonna go chill. My brain's completely fried off the day. I need to go and turn it off for like the next 12 hours. We're back in 16 hours time with WardiTV Summer Championship action featuring Group A. This tournament looks good, guys. I'm going to show you it quickly before we go. This is what we've got coming up all week long. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, groups A, B, and C. Friday's Leo League Cup, Saturday, Group D, Sunday, playoffs begin. It's going to be fun. Let's have a look at what these groups look like. So again, tomorrow you will see Group A, Creator, QM, MaxPax, and Rogue. It's lovely. And then Clem, Shin, ByuN, and Goblin on Wednesday. If that ain't enough for you, come back on Thursday for Zaun, Hero, Solar, and Bunny. It's going to be fun, guys. Looking forward to it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will catch you all next time. Thanks for watching. And I will see you guys tomorrow for StarCraft.